Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about personal year numbers as well as the universal year number. We're going to talk about what does your personal year number mean for you, as well as what does the universal year number means for the collective. So we're going to start talking about the universal year number. We're currently in the universal year number 5, and in order to calculate the universal year, you add up the current year. So it's 2021, so you add up 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, and you'll get 5. So we're in the universal year number 5. Universal year number 5 is all about growth, change, optimism. We're being encouraged this year in particular, no matter what personal year number you are, to really embrace change and to be very going with the flow. I'm getting very Aquarius energy, just to allow ourselves to experience life the way it was meant to be experienced. This year is really encouraging us to be very flexible, allow us to take stake in our personal freedoms, and to really allow ourselves to express who we are as human beings. And you also should be on the lookout for opportunities this year as well. A lot of things and opportunities to self-express and to share your creativity with others will be explored more this year. More so than last year. I feel like the universal year number 4 was the year where we worked hard towards our goals and we're planting seeds in order to really enjoy the fruits of our labor this year in the universal year number 5. So yeah, be very mindful of being overindulgent as well. 5 to me also represents the five senses. So you guys may be like towards the end of the year, as well as the beginning of this year, feel very much wanting to eat more chocolate, possibly even becoming more sexually active as well. Just really indulging in the pleasurable sides of life, I should say. So yeah, be very mindful of not to overindulge in different activities that'll really keep you from being focused on your goals, as well as your long-term goals and dreams, as well as you may be encouraged to travel as well this year. I know with everything going on still, you guys may not be able to travel, in the sense that you may be a little bit more restricted. You guys might really just it could be even small travel as well. It doesn't have to be like going out of the country or out of state. It can be just going to another town or another city. You may have a business opportunity at another part of where you live. It's just looking for opportunities in order to expand your horizons as well as your skill set. So definitely you guys are being encouraged to have a routine as well for the universal year number 5. As I was saying earlier, the universal year number 5 is definitely a time where you guys are going to be very free-spirited. You may feel kind of like, I don't want to say lazy, but you may feel like you don't want to do as much, because like again, I said last year was the universal year number 4, and number 4, it talks about consistency, hard work, patience. So yeah, you guys may be in this energy of feeling very, like I was saying, going with the flow, very free-spirited, very adventurous. So allow yourself to go with the flow for sure, but also remind yourself that, the goals and the seeds that you planted from last year is also still on the forefront of your mind. So definitely go with the flow of life. But if you feel very much in this energy of needing stability and routine, especially if you're a fixed sign, you guys should definitely encourage yourselves to have some type of routine, but have a routine that is very interchangeable, something that you guys can just, there's some part of your routine that you can change every day, so you don't feel as if you're constantly doing something, like constantly doing the same thing every day. Because like I was saying, 5 is change, so really prepare yourselves for the small time changes first, in order to get ready for the big changes as well, for the universal year number 5, especially if you're a fixed sign. If you have, especially, I'm a Taurus, so being a fixed sign myself, I know sometimes it's really hard to, not go with, not to really go with the flow of things and always feel like I have to have control over everything. So yeah, just be very mindful of that energy, because things are really going to flow to you this year. And the more you're in the energy of letting your abundance grow and really focusing on your abundance, and again, the seeds that you planted last year, you'll really be able to cultivate new ideas and allow yourself to to really experience the flow of life, as I was saying earlier. So with that, the universal year number 5, that's what the universal year number 5 will be all about. So to get into your own personal year numbers, the the personal year numbers for you guys basically represents the 9 life path numbers that signify a repeat of 9-year cycles. So any single time you go through a cycle in your life, some people feel it's from birthday to birthday, and some people feel it's from year to year. It's however you choose to see it. But it's definitely coming from really gaining experiences from each year that we go through, and adding it more and more to our levels of wisdom as well as courage. I feel like there's a lot of bravery that's going to be encouraged this year. So definitely be in that mindset. So with that, your personal year number is also a chance to find out new opportunities. And as I was saying, a cycle of energy which will be presented throughout the year. So you're going to be presented with new opportunities, new ways of expressing yourself, especially if you're different. Each year is a new way to express yourself. You don't have to have a personal year number 3 or any type of personal year that really requires you to be creative. I think every single 9-year cycle really requires us to be creative in our own ways. So really take that as it resonates when it comes to how you want to self-express and how you want to create those new opportunities for yourself. So yeah, definitely look more into that, into your own personal year number, as well as hopefully I can provide some more information about your personal year number that you guys may not have known or you want to know more about. And I will definitely leave some, I'm thinking a link or two in order to really get you guys in the spirit of embracing your personal year number, because I really feel it'll be your guiding light towards how you choose to inhabit this year's energy. So with that, your personal year number can also help you identify an appropriate time for you to pursue opportunities, romantic or otherwise. So there's definitely going to be times in your life where you feel, especially times in your own personal year number, where you feel like, oh, is this the right opportunity? Should I do this at this time? When is the best time to make a move? When is the best time to buy a house? When is the best time to pursue a new relationship? And each year cycle has their own special routine as to how you would go about different situations. And again, in this video, I will hopefully be able to inform you more on how you can pursue different areas of your life in a way that fits into your personal year number. So with that, we also have that some people may identify with their personal year number in a sense that it will allow them to, again, explore different options, explore different opportunities, and really allow yourself to see your personal year number in a way of expansion and growth, and also leading to your own personal happiness. I feel like the more we're aware of the challenges that we may experience in our life, especially in our lifetime, which to me is very important, also realizing how cycles as well. Each cycle comes with new opportunities for growth and also new challenges. So to know which challenges will be presented in each year, I feel like will really help you have the upper hand on how you can better handle these challenges, especially with the beginning of the new year, and the beginning of a new year with so many opportunities and so many chances to grow and become the person that you're meant to become, especially with the universal year number 5. I feel like there will definitely be some changes that you have to make in your life, no matter what personal year number. The universal year number is definitely something that will encourage all of us to embrace change in any form that it comes in. So definitely be ready for this year. I feel like this year will definitely be the year of change, and I'm saying that in an optimistic way, in a way that we're all embracing change and allowing ourselves to experience positive change in particular, and really look forward to this year and see this year as a way to expand who we are, and as a way to be more happy, be more optimistic, because that's definitely what the universal year number 5 represents. So yeah. So with that, you guys, we're actually going to head into the reading. So at this point, you guys are going to choose whichever personal year number you guys fit into. I will have how you will calculate the personal year number at the beginning of the video, in order to show you, whichever pile that you guys, resonate with. If you're personal year number 1, you have pile number 1. Personal year number 4, your bead number 2, pile number 2. So definitely, everything falls into place. And the last pile, I really decided to do the universal year number as the last pile, pile number 4. Now mind you, we also have personal year master numbers 11 and 22, but I decided that in order to really condense it down, we'll put it into 2021, because master numbers to me represent spirituality, growth, development, and I feel like that's a collective energy that I feel like we all will definitely embrace. We embrace it every single 9-year cycle, but I feel like with this in particular year, we will definitely be able to embrace more of our spiritual sides, and again, our development in the way that we can process and handle our surroundings, as well as our mental, emotional growth. So I decided that that would be powerful for 2021. And that's pretty much a collective reading. So yeah, whenever you guys ready, done with your personal year number, you can just head to the last pile for 2021, and you'll get like a personal, I would say personal collective message, in a sense that, hopefully you'll have something in the 2021 message that resonates with you and you're able to take with you after this video. Okay, you guys, so with that, choose whichever pile your personal year number is under, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So if you guys have personal year numbers 1 through 3, this is your reading. So you guys, starting off with my personal year number 1 people, this year for the in the universal year number 5, you guys are being encouraged to step more into your power, my personal year number 1 people. I feel like you guys are naturally persuasive, you're naturally independent and confident, and the universal year number 5, this year is going to be really required for you guys to step more into that power and provide your own movement as well. And with that, I'm saying that you guys have the ability to present your own opportunities. So allow yourself to explore more opportunities in the career paths or hobbies that you guys are interested in now, or you guys have taken interest in recent months, or anything that, even old hobbies as well, can come up during the universal year number 5 for my personal year number 1 people. You guys are being encouraged to find your soul path and stick to it. I feel like you guys are going to very much be in this energy of looking forward to finding out your soul's purpose. What gets you excited? What makes you want to wake up in the morning? I feel like my personal year number 1 people will definitely have that sense of optimism when it comes to maybe even switching careers, or trying to turn a hobby into a full-time job, starting your own business. I feel like you guys are definitely going to be in that energy, because you guys are naturally independent and you love your freedom. I feel like my personal number 1 people, especially with the universal year number 5, which is all about the freedom to express yourself and allowing yourself to have different sources of self-expression. I feel like you guys' creativity will definitely come in the form of how you present your ideas to people. My personal year number 1 people, you guys are very business. You're very much people who love to enhance your workplace, enhance your work ethic. So you're definitely going to focus more on that in the year 2021. So that's very interesting. And this year will definitely be a time where you guys have new beginnings, plant new seeds, or planting, continuing to water old seeds as well. Like I was saying, going back to those hobbies that you guys were interested in, or going back to certain endeavors that you guys took up at some point and then quit, and then decide to, or took a break from as well. And I feel like this year you guys are going to get back into that energy. And it's definitely going to be a year for you guys to experience new beginnings. As I was saying earlier, number 5 is the number of change. So you're going to experience a lot of changes, and those changes will lead to new beginnings for my personal year number 1. people, but just remember that the changes that may come in unexpected ways. So just, I mean, you can't, I don't know, you can prepare for the unexpected as much as you can prepare for the unexpected, if that makes sense. So yeah, just be on the lookout for opportunities to really expand yourself, my personal year number one people, because you definitely will be encouraged this year to really find your again, as I was saying earlier, your soul path and pursuing that more so this year. But I feel like the challenge that may come up the most for my personal year number one people this year will be personal relationships. Anything from work to romantic. This year will require you guys to be more flexible in the way that you handle your relationships. So I know my number one people love to take charge. They love to be in control of any given situation because it gives them a sense of confidence and it allows them to really direct any situation the way it could be directed through their own hands. And I feel like this year you guys will be encouraged to go more with the flow and really allow yourself to have these personal experiences and relationships in the way that they were meant to unfold. And that might mean that your relationships with some people may end this year, and then it can also mean that some of your relationships this year may blossom and may lead to all sorts of either business ideas. I see you guys working in collaboration with someone or some people, a group of people. It can also lead to romantic relationships. You guys may be getting married this year or really, solidifying your relationship. You may be moving in together with someone. So, yeah, just be very mindful of how you have your emotional energy. My personal year number one people. Be very mindful of that, especially this year because emotions may be all over the place, especially with the year of change being this year. So, with that, I'm going to head into my personal year number two people. This year, my personal year number two people, you guys are going to be required to experience patience, which is, I know, a virtue because patience is not really something that is, I feel like patience is more something that is definitely taught with time, and experience, having to really take the time out to be more patient with yourself as well as other people. But I feel like my personal year number two people, you guys are naturally patient people. But I feel like you're definitely being encouraged with the personal year number two to be very much in that energy and to step into your power of being patient. And again, if you have a hard time with patience, just remember times where you were required to be patient and really hone into that energy. Because this year, I feel like all the things that you guys were working towards with the personal year number one were really requiring you guys to be, planting seeds and starting different ideas. And then this year will be required for you guys to have patience in order for those ideas to blossom. So just be mindful of that. And let time help you cultivate the seeds you guys been planting and make sure you stay focused. I feel like my number two people, you guys may be very much, you're very artistic people, you're very creative, and I feel like you guys are very imaginative. So you may have a hard time staying focused this year because maybe even with so many changes or with enough changes in your life where you feel that it's hard to keep up with those changes, and in a way you may escape through your imagination or just have a sense of wanting to create a world where you feel more in control. But my personal year number two people, just be very mindful that it's okay to have that colorful inner world, but just continue to stay focused on your goals and the seeds that you planted last year, as well as things that you may even want to try this year, because number five is also about creativity and travel. So you guys may be wanting to travel, or you may be wanting to experience certain cultures or religions, or trying different aspects of spirituality. Maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel, things like that. So really tap into that spiritual energy, especially if you feel very, at the beginning of the year, I know personally for me, it was feeling very emotional and having a lot of things from last year pop up, just because you're still in that transition mode from last year to this year. So just be very mindful of that too, my personal year number two people, not to take this year to, not to allow yourself to really be worked up over the things that may have happened in the past, and allow that transition to ease you into this sense of confidence and self-worth and strength that I know you guys possess. So definitely practice love and patience this year, my personal year number 2. Love with yourself as well as with others. I feel like you guys are naturally loving people, but I feel like you guys definitely are being called, as I was saying earlier, when it comes to your emotions, to really hone into that loving energy for yourself this year. Really take the time out for more self-care, my personal year number 2 people. I feel like you guys are being encouraged to really look after yourselves this year more so, even though self-care is very important no matter what year it is, what 9-year cycle. But I feel like for my personal year number 2 people, it's definitely important, because I feel like that's where you guys have your creativity and you express yourself in a way that's more healthy, and you allow yourself to express your emotions the way that you guys feel the most comfortable. So embody that energy, my personal year number 2 people, and I feel like 2021 will definitely be your year. So for my personal year number 3 people, you guys, I feel like you guys are definitely being encouraged to pursue any artistic endeavor that you guys really want to do. If you guys are musicians, performers, artists, painters, sculptors, dancers, anything dealing with performing arts, or anything dealing with the arts, I feel like you guys are definitely being encouraged to pursue it more this year, because this year will definitely be the year where you guys can be presented with opportunities that really fit into your artistic lifestyle. So if you guys wanting to make your career, your artistic career, a full-time job, or you're wanting it to be more of a concrete thing instead of something you do as a hobby, I feel like this year will definitely be the year for you to seek out more opportunities, as well as allowing opportunities to come to you. Again, number 5 is all about change. So be expected to have these changes come up into your career, as well as your artistic pursuits, because you guys will definitely, especially if you've been working on something for about a year or two now, I feel like it'll definitely, this year will be the year where it becomes like, you'll be recognized for an artistic work or something that you may have done a while ago or a year ago. And I feel like you guys may either be content creators or somebody who love to post on Instagram about their art. You have like like people who just love to post Instagram on art, just to have that sense of like, it gives you a confidence boost, I would say. Like, some people don't really like to post their art on Instagram because, people might feel like the likes equates to like, oh, that's how good my work is. But I feel like if you guys really put yourselves out there more so this year, you allow yourself to be in the spotlight, so to speak. And someone may even, present you with a career opportunity or even an idea, and you guys may even collaborate this year with someone. So you never know. Just be very adventurous, especially this year with the universal year number 5. Be flexible in how you guys present your ideas to people, because you never know who you might meet or who you may end up in contact with. My personal year number 3 people. This year, you guys are definitely being focused, being called to focus on self-improvement, and allow yourself to, again, as I was saying earlier, self-express and new social opportunities. So if there's someone who may, as I was saying, present you with an idea, or may want to even talk to you about an idea, or maybe not even just an idea, maybe someone wants to have a conversation with you about the weather or something, like, maybe you guys might not be into small talk, but I feel like this year you're being encouraged to communicate more. Allow yourself to really be expressed through your words and your artistry. My personal year number 3 people, you guys are being called to focus on your self-improvement and your creativity. And I feel like self-improvement comes in the form of how you communicate. Your communication skills can mean everything. It holds so much value in how people view you, and how how well you speak up for yourself, how well you speak about the things that you enjoy. So really, those small conversations can lead up to, you knowing how to be able to talk business with someone if someone wants to present you with a business opportunity, because you guys know about your art, or about what you're talking about. So that's very important, to really get into that habit of small talk, even though you may not enjoy it, because you just never know, that small talk can lead to, an opportunity, or it can lead to, maybe even having a new friend. I feel like that's also important for my personal year number 3 people, that the self-improvement can also come in the form of how you relate to people. Your relationships definitely, I feel like, will be improved this year, because you guys are being encouraged to have more of a flexible viewpoint in how you view your relationships, as I was saying, from a personal year number one people as well. Allow not only your creativity to be through your artistry or your career, your work, but also through the way you connect to people. Your communication skills, very, very important, my personal year number three people. But yeah, definitely, it's very, very important. And I was thinking about myself because I'm definitely, I know I talk about myself a lot. I feel like I feel like I talk about myself too much. But yeah, look, I'm a personal year number three, and definitely, I feel like something that I've really been focusing on, even though it's only been 3 days into the new year, is the fact that, my friendships and the things that I personally want to talk about, I feel like I haven't talked about enough because I wasn't really confident in talking about my artwork or confident in talking about my about anything that I was doing, because I felt like, oh, it needed to be good in order for me to present it to somebody, or maybe if I presented it this way, somebody might like it and may give it a comment or a like or something like that. So really, don't let your own personal fears stop you from showing your artwork, stop you from expressing yourself creatively. As long as you feel comfortable, my personal year number three people, to show your creative side to people, continue to be in that energy. And however they receive it really is not, it's really not any, it's not any of our concern. How people feel about how they view, your artwork or anything that you might do creatively is really, as long as you feel comfortable doing it, nobody else's opinion matters, in my personal opinion. So, in my personal opinion, nobody's opinion matters. But yeah, basically, so yeah, after that tangent, but yeah, you guys, definitely my personal year number three people, put yourselves out there more. Allow people to really see your art and really see a side of you that they may not have seen previously. So, yeah. Okay, you guys, this is the reading portion of the video. Now, usually for the reading portion, I always talk about blockages and things you might need to work on and things like that. But I'm not gonna lie, for 2021, I'm trying not to do blockages. Not for this particular video. I will more so later on in the year in future videos. But for this video, I want to remain optimistic, very much hopeful for the future. So for this reading, we're going to talk about what are you guys going to look forward to in 2021? Anything that might pop up specifically, or any specific changes, or major life changes that might happen. I'm going to do a reading about that, and I will show you guys your pile, and we're also going to ask Spirit for some advice on how we can continue to stay in that optimistic viewpoint about 2021, no matter what happens. So if you guys ever really need something to really boost your self-esteem up or optimism, you can always come back to this video, and hopefully I'll be able to give you some optimistic viewpoints on 2021 if you're having a bad day, or when you're having a bad day, like life happens, whatever. So yeah, we're gonna get into the reading now. Hello, pile one. Welcome to your reading. So you guys have the Sun card upright. You have the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Wands. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Five of Cups. You have the Magician card clarified by the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. And you have the High Priestess. So far in this spread, I'm seeing some Gemini energy. Let's see. There's also some cups, so you guys can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You don't have to be. We have the Magician, which is Mercury, Saturn energy, Mercury, Gemini, excuse me. We have the High Priestess with the Pisces moon, and then with the Wheel of Fortune here, we have some Jupiter energy. But I'm definitely seeing a lot of cups here for my pile one people. So for my pile one people, what you have to look forward to the most in 2021 is definitely with some self-improvement. I'm seeing with the Sun card and the Eight of Pentacles, as well as with the Ten of Wands being the clarifier for the Eight of Pentacles, there's definitely a sense of major self-improvement I'm seeing on this side. I feel like you guys have a couple major changes that's going to happen this year, but one of the main ones I'm seeing is definitely a sense of accomplishment when it comes to achieving your goals, as well as who you are as a person. The Sun card talks about ego, our personality, the way we are perceived in the world. And I feel like you guys really have been working on your self-image, in a sense that you guys are really, I'm really getting that transition. You guys are glowing up. There's a transitionary period between last year and this year, and I feel like you guys have definitely been working on yourselves from last year heading into this year. And I feel like what you definitely have to look forward to more so this year is seeing those changes come to life, seeing how your internal views about yourself in a way are expressed through your external views. So the way you view yourself, my Power One people, will definitely be expressed this year through your relationships, through your communication skills, as I was saying in your earlier reading. There's definitely a sense that you guys are going to be more confident in yourselves. You're going to allow yourselves to have more opportunities because you're allowing yourselves to be more open with the Sun card here. Really allowing opportunities to come in because you guys have been doing the self-work. You've been focusing on your craft, focusing on the things that you want to do. And this year is definitely going to show for my Power One people. And speaking of communication, when I see this Ace of Swords right here and this Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups, 6, 7, definitely. Okay, so definitely some Eight of Cups energy I'm feeling as well for my Power One people. So that's why I'm also getting that Five of Cups energy too. And my head is definitely itching right now. So that is definitely some crown chakra energy for my Power One people. I feel like you guys are definitely walking out of something and stepping more so into your truth this year, 2021. I feel like you guys are going to leave a lot of people behind, or people who you felt you weren't too sure about. For my Power One people, I feel like there was a lot of people that you had to find things out about through a second party, a third party, a close friend, or just somebody that you really was close to, or you really felt you could have been great friends, or maybe even an acquaintance. I feel like you guys are going to be more so in your truth. And with the Five of Cups here, and as I was talking earlier, feeling that Eight of Cups energy, you guys have definitely walking away from some people this year. Definitely. I feel like a lot of people, and with this Five of Cups energy, have I'm getting a sense of like disappointment. So I feel like this is really a past relationship. Somebody or some people disappointing you and making you feel like, who you are as a person wasn't being valued. Your friendships, your relationships, whether it's romantic or platonic. I feel like you guys are definitely stepping more so into your power, into your truth, because you guys have been working on yourselves. So that's definitely to look forward to, something to look forward to for my Power One people in 2021, because you're going to step more into being confident about what you have to say. You're going to allow people to speak their truth as well. I'm getting with the Ace of Swords. It's like that communication is going to be steady. You guys are going to have that flow about you where you know what you're talking about, and I feel like you guys are going to encourage people to step up as well this year and really allow themselves to, communicate what they want to communicate with you. And I feel like you guys aren't going to waste your time with people who can't communicate the way you need them to. So I'm really getting a sense that when you guys level up, the people around you need to level up too. Like I feel that energy of whoever's around you also need to be in that same energy of wanting to, transition and to grow. So I feel like you guys are going to leave a lot of people behind that you feel aren't growing with you, or in a sense standing in your way, or not really helping you progress in your path. Because again, as I was saying earlier from you guys for Power One, that you guys are going to find more so opportunities to head towards your soul journey, your soul path, your soul mission. So you guys are going to leave people behind that you feel aren't aligned with your soul's purpose. And you're going to step more into your truth and your energy, and feeling as if, even if I have to walk alone with this Five of Cups energy, if that means I'm still, I'm still me, I still stand in my truth, and I'm still trying to pursue the things that I want to pursue and find happiness in my own personal life, then it really doesn't matter. Because I feel like you guys rather take that chance on yourself than somebody else and being disappointed. So with the Magician here being here as well, with the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune here, and with the High Priestess, I was so excited for you guys. I'm still excited, but when I first did these cards, I was like hyped up. And your bottom energy is the King of Cups. But what really made me excited for you guys was the fact that this particular energy right here, get into this last section of this reading, really showed me how you guys have truly taken the time out for yourselves last year. And I feel like this year you're going to step more into that energy of following your intuition, of allowing yourself to realize that you are the creator of your own destiny. And with this 10 of Cups here, you can have anything that you want. And I feel like the more you guys step into that energy this year, you will have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about luck changing, allowing the wheel to turn as it may, and really allowing your intuition to guide you. And I feel like you guys are going to step more into your intuition this year too, for my Power One people, because again, you guys are trying to find your soul purpose. You're trying to find what gets your soul excited this year. Because I mean, number five, remember, it's all about adventure. You guys are looking for that freedom to be yourself, that freedom to allow yourself to be whoever you're meant to be in this lifetime, and not really take any not really allow yourself to be held back by people or their energy. So that's definitely beautiful here. And your bottom deck energy was the King of Cups. So there's definitely, I see a lot of Cups card here from my Power One people. You guys are seeking emotional fulfillment. You guys are seeking to be, I'm, just feeling great about life, feeling optimistic, especially with the Sun card here. I feel like that's the overall energy for this pile. You guys are looking to be excited about life, and the opportunities are endless with this 10 of Cups here. You guys are realizing, like, the more I step into my power, the more opportunities I can present to myself, because I allow myself to see life in a way that, I can do anything that I want to do as long as I set my mind to it. The possibilities are endless. And the more you guys continue to have that mindset, the more, your luck will definitely turn into your favor. So definitely, my Power One people, throughout this year, continue to follow your intuition, because it will definitely lead you to that 10 of Cups. It will definitely lead you to emotional fulfillment. And with the King of Cups here, I'm getting a sense that you guys will definitely level up. And there'll be people around you who, they'll be like, you changed, or, hey, aren't you that person that I saw, 2 years ago doing this and that? People are going to want to know how you do it. And people are going to be really, like, shocked. That's what I get with this King of Cups energy as your bottom deck energy. People really go want to know, like, how did you guys get to where you are? And, how did you do it? Like, there's definitely going to be a lot of people who wonder, how did you do it? There's this saying that's, I don't really know if it's a saying, but I know I heard it from somewhere. It said, when life gives you lemons, make orange juice, and have people wonder how you did it. Like, I know that's a saying somewhere. It got to be a saying somewhere anyways. But that's definitely what people are going to want to know. Like, how did this person make orange juice out of lemons? Like, I know that's off topic, but that's basically, that's the energy that I'm getting for this group, is that you guys are definitely going to step more into how you guys, your life's purpose, and how you guys are perceived through your life's purpose, through your life's mission. And you guys will be perceived in a different way because you did it differently. You didn't follow what everyone else was doing with this King of Cups energy. You followed your own heart and your own intuition, and it allowed you to be this person that, glowed up. People just gonna want to be around you and figure out how you do it. And you guys are gonna be asked a lot of questions, and you may have advice for these people, and some people you just may be like, hey, like, it was because it was me. My luck changed, and I put in the hard work. Like, you might just give them the short end of the story. You might not tell them exactly what you did, but I feel like you guys definitely are going to be in that power this year. So definitely continue to be in that energy, Power One people. And I'm actually going to ask Spirit for some advice on basically how you can stay optimistic throughout this year, and how you can continue to embody this energy from your reading. So stay tuned for that. Okay, you guys, so for your spiritual advice, you guys have emotional energy number 25. Emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. Now, this card in particular is from the Lantern Oracle deck. It's a very beautiful card, actually. So really, my Power One people, Spirit is referencing back to your emotional energy as the way to stay optimistic throughout 2021. So as I'm reading the card again, it says, emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. As I was saying in your reading, I was picking up that you guys were leaving some people behind in the past. this year, and there's going to be a lot of relationship building with maybe new people or old people that you want to try to recommunicate with, things like that. But throughout it all, Spirit is saying to remain emotionally balanced throughout it, because you guys are being called to really make sure that you follow your emotions when it comes to how you feel about a particular situation. As I was talking about your intuition is that gut feeling that you get when you feel like something isn't for you. Continue to follow that, is what Spirit is saying. Really use your intuition, my Power One people. I feel like your intuition and your emotional energy, when it's together, it's very powerful. Because again, your intuition, as I was saying, is that gut feeling. Your intuition can be tied to your emotions if properly balanced. So be very mindful of how your emotions and your intuition may differ, because your emotions can be, you can feel a wide range of things, but your intuition may lead you somewhere else. So to make sure you guys stay in balance with that, do some root chakra work. Allow yourself to express your emotions in a healthy way, and really identify how your emotions tie into the decisions that you make. And I feel like the more you guys see that pattern, the more you're able to catch, like, oh, hey, when I feel upset about something, I get really hungry or something. Like, maybe not hungry, but you guys may like excessively eat when you guys may feel anxious or stressed about something. So really watch out for your emotions as well when it comes to food. I'm also picking up for my Power One people. Look at the number 25. 5 and 2 reduces to 7. So 7 really talks to me about hard work. And again, I'm getting, and dedication. Really dedicate time for yourself, my Power One people. As I was saying, really take the time out to express yourself creatively, so you can allow your emotions to be expressed in a healthy way. I feel like that's advice from Spirit in order to stay optimistic throughout 2021. Allow yourself to creatively express your emotions, self-expression, artistry, anything where you feel you can healthily express how you feel about a particular situation. You can journal. You can, change up your diet as well. You can eat certain foods and see how you might feel afterwards. Just having different outlets. Oh, exercise as well. If you guys are wanting to exercise and really have that emotional energy expressed through dance. Like I was saying, this year, really focus on how you can creatively express your emotions without sabotaging parts of yourself, without hurting yourself in the process. So my Power One people, that is it for you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I really wanted to do a 2021 reading, because I was like, especially because it's the beginning of the year, and I feel like, it's really a great time to do it while it was still the beginning of the year. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my Power 2 people. Welcome to your reading. So if you guys have personal year numbers 4 through 6, this is your reading. So starting off with my personal year number 4 people, this is the universal year number 5. And as I love to say about the universal year number 5, it is the year of change, major as well as minor changes. And for my personal year number 4 people, you guys are being encouraged to keep your head up throughout these changes. Remind yourself that you are strong, that you have the courage and the strength to continue on throughout this year. You made it through last year, you can make it through this year, So really keep your head up, my personal year number 4 people. This is your year to continue to grind. Work hard, work steady, continue to focus on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and don't allow nobody to sidetrack you for what you want. And you guys definitely keep your head up throughout this whole process, because slow and steady wins the race. And continue to focus on, as I was saying earlier, your goals. You guys are meant to succeed. You guys are meant to pursue big things in life. So don't limit yourself off of somebody else's opinions or beliefs about you, or even your own limitations. Continue to focus on yourself as well, on how you talk to yourself, on how you perceive yourself as well, because how you perceive yourself is how others perceive you. So focus on that self-confidence, my personal year number 4 people. I feel like that's definitely something I have to tell you guys. Because again, you may be continuing to grind and feel like, yeah, I'm never going to get anywhere, this taking too long. Like whatever speech you took, because patience is a virtue. Like I was saying on the last pile, like sometimes it takes a lot of inner strength to really see something come into fruition, because in mind's eye we can definitely subconsciously we can see our dreams. We can see what we want, and we know that we want these things, but it may take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to get it. Sometimes it may take half of our lives to get the things that we truly want and desire, but once we get it, we appreciate it a lot more than if we had it if we first wanted it. You know what I mean? So definitely stay in that energy of, even though I don't have what I want right now, that doesn't mean it won't come to me, because it will definitely come to you, my personal year number 4 people. So continue to grind, continue to keep your head up and be successful, because that's definitely something that you guys are meant to do. You're meant to succeed. So you guys may have some old relationship disputes or disagreements with somebody. I feel like this year is definitely going to be a time where people are going to just go with the flow of the relationships, of just everything. So just really trying to take the time out for themselves and really just let life go with the flow. I feel like anything that may have happened between you and somebody, I feel like this year will be the year where you guys be like, hey, let's set aside our differences and let's continue to be friends. Or you guys may just move on to a different friendship altogether, or a different relationship, because number 5 is, as I was saying, the year of change. So you guys may, in one relationship, it may end up in a new one, that was better than your last one. So you just never know, my personal year number 4 people. So continue to focus on yourself, because I feel like the more you do, the more you'll attract the people that you want. People see that you guys are working on yourselves, and that, you're grinding and you steady working hard, and, you're taking care of yourself as well. Self-care, very important. They'll just be like, wow, this personal year number 4 person is all about their business. And yeah, they they looking good. Like they're like, that's just, I feel like that's definitely the energy. I'm sorry, y'all, if I laugh too loud in the camera, in the speaker, but yeah, like that's how I was really getting with the personal year number 4 people. I feel like you'll definitely attract some energy that you weren't expecting to attract. So definitely keep focusing on yourself, personal year number 4 people, because you never know who you might just end up starting a relationship with or starting a friendship with. So yeah, and definitely focus on new things. My personal year number 4 people, if you guys are used to routine, number 5, this is universal year number 5 will definitely encourage you to think outside the box of your routine. You personal year number 4 people, again, you guys like hard work, so I'm getting you guys love the agenda, anything routine, anything that can keep you staying focused on your goals. I feel like you guys are being encouraged to have more flexibility in how you see your goals, meaning how you pursue your goals may mean to be more flexible this year in particular. So if you have a specific routine and you wonder, oh, why don't I feel like doing this today? Why do I feel like I want to do this tomorrow instead of 3 days from now? I feel like you guys are being encouraged to steady focus on your goals, keep that steady pace, but allow yourself to really take some time out and to really feel the motions of wanting to do things. Continue to stay focused, but just remind yourself that even if you don't feel like doing something today, that doesn't mean you can't do it tomorrow. But if there's a deadline or something, then yeah, of course. But if there's something that you can hold off until tomorrow and you feel like you'll be in a better energy, or a better mental space to do it tomorrow, push it off till tomorrow. It's no big deal. Also, for my personal year number 4 people, I feel like this year will definitely be the year where you guys, again, hard work and long range goals. Now, I don't want to say hard work in a sense that you guys are going to be like intensely focused on something, because that might be the case. But I feel like this year you guys are being encouraged to work hard. You know what? I'm getting it. Work smarter, not harder. So you guys are definitely being called to not do your usual 9 to 5 routine of hard work, but something to where you allow yourself to have those breaks in between. Because remember, personal year number 4 people, I also talk about self-care. So be very aware of how you treat yourself while you work towards your goals. Get your hair done, makeup. If you guys want to get your nails done, you're going to get maybe this is your first time getting a pedicure or a manicure or something like that. really take the time out and do that, because this is definitely the year of self-expression. So if you guys feel like you want to wear purple eyeshadow and you usually wear black, why not? Try something different. But yeah, definitely focus on that. My personal year number 4 people, focus on your work and your goals, and I feel like you guys will continue to, have that passion, have that drive, and allow yourself to express yourself through even your clothing. You guys may want to change wardrobes at the beginning of this year. So yeah, really follow that intuition, follow that gut feeling. My personal year number 4 people. So getting into my personal year number 5 people, you guys, especially already being a universal year number 5, they usually say like when your personal year number matches the universal year number, it's definitely going to be your year. I really feel that energy from a personal year number 5 people, because you guys are all about change and all about stability. So when you're represented, when that universal year comes around and, again, like I said, it's a universal year number 5, you guys are going to be like, hey, like I want to express myself, even more so than I usually do. You guys are going to be at that energy of wanting to really come out of your shell and really express who you are as a person, more so this year than maybe even the rest of your previous cycles, because you guys, like, again, you love change. You love the ability to change within your environment. You love to be adventurous. You love to allow yourself to be a person who is free spirited. You love flexibility. So, it's like it aligns with who you naturally are, my personal year number 5 people. So definitely be more open-minded this year as well, because it can definitely lead to some new opportunities for my personal year number 5 people. I feel like you guys are naturally open, but I feel like you guys are going to be called to be even more so open this year, because again, this is definitely the year I feel like for my personal year number 5 people to flourish and grow. So really take advantage of this year, my personal year number 5 people. 2021 can most definitely be your year if you allow yourself to see the opportunities as they come. So as with that energy, do what it takes to keep yourself motivated as well, personal year number 5 people. To me, personal universal year number 5, like fives in general, to me is all about relaxation. I feel like you guys love to relax. You love to be able to have that laid back, Aquarius energy about you. So definitely stay motivated towards your goals, you guys. Like, you may feel, again, as I was saying, you may feel like you might not want to do something. Take the time out to just have some time for yourself, and don't focus so much on work to where you don't really feel motivated to do it anymore. Focus on the things that you love to do. Like, say if you work a 9 to 5 job, right? And it's not a 9 to 5 job that you actually care about, but on the side you like to do art. You like to do like the 8x10 canvases, or something like that. You like to do paintings, or you love to dance, or you guys take dance classes, or anything creative, because number 5 is also about creativity too. So anything creative where you're able to express yourself, and allow yourself to be motivated and hyped up and pumped about this year. Pursue that, my personal year number 5 people, because that'll definitely encourage you to pursue your goals even more so, because I feel like you guys will be in that energy of wanting to be confident and staying motivated. So freedom and change is definitely something that you guys will embody this year for the universal year number 5. Because again, my personal year number 5 people, they're automatically about freedom. You guys love to be able to just, if you could live life your own way with no responsibilities, you would. If life was like really laid back and laxed, and you didn't have to make decisions, hard decisions, small decisions, I feel like you guys would just be like, hey, let's just pack up a van and let's move cross country with like $2 or something. Like, and let's see how far we make it. Like, I feel like you guys really take chances like that, which is funny, because it's like, it's really beautiful, because you guys really want to take those chances and you don't mind taking those chances. And I feel like, if we're not a personal year number 5, if this isn't a personal year number 5 person, then you really are being encouraged to think that way and to feel more so in that freedom loving energy, and allowing yourself to be expressive without fear of the monetary things, or without having any money. Like, my personal year number 5 people, I feel like you guys can have no money and still have fun. Like, that's definitely something that we're all encouraged, no matter what personal year number you are, to have that mindset to still enjoy our lives, no matter how much money we have, no matter how much we may feel like we need in order to be successful. So yeah, that's really a beautiful energy, my personal year number 5 people. Very, very beautiful. Oh, which is why I had to keep talking about it. So for my personal year number 6 people, moving on. Um, you guys, my personal year number 6 people, be mindful of not spreading yourself too thin. My number 6 people, my personal year number 6 people in particular, I know you guys are all about family. You love to help people. You love to be there for people. You want to be able to express to people how much you want to be there for them, how much you love them. But this year, I feel like you guys are being encouraged to not put so much to put so much focus and energy into other people, but putting that focus and energy back onto yourself. You guys love making other people happy, and this universal year number 5 is all about how you're going to make yourself happy. What can you do to boost your self-esteem? How can you incorporate more self-love into your life? Like, really allow yourself to have those feelings of, what about me? How do I want to feel this year? It's not selfish, my personal year number 6 people, because I feel like you guys can put everyone first and then end up forgetting about yourselves. And then by the end of the year, it's like, oh, I only got one present this year, or or it's like not even just one present. Maybe it's just kind of like, oh, this person got me something that I didn't want for Christmas, even though I told them the whole year that I wanted this. And not to say that that's like the thing that you guys care about the most, but it's about the sentimental things, that somebody actually listened to you when you were speaking. I feel like you guys are naturally that for people, but it's like, hey, what about how do I treat myself, in what way? How do I want to be perceived as by me? So definitely, if you guys feel personal year number 6 that you feel selfish at the beginning of this year, I feel like you shouldn't, because you guys are naturally love to put people before yourselves. And this year, if you feel more selfish than, maybe you feel, if even then, I don't like to say selfish. I feel like more so if you guys feel self-confident and you feel that you want to put yourself first, there's no problem with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't feel terrible about, oh, I'm thinking about me for once. Like come on. Like, you should. Like, definitely. You should think about yourself even more so than you already do. Then you should. You should already think more about yourself than what you guys know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I feel like you guys know what I'm trying to say, so I'm gonna just leave that alone. But yeah, definitely allow yourself to just be comfortable with just loving yourself in that way. My personal year number 6 people. And definitely finish what you started for yourself. I feel like you guys have started something back in 2020, and this year you're being encouraged to finish it. And if you feel like you can't finish it this year, continue to work on it until you can finish it, my personal year number 6 people, because you guys are meant to have that long-term stability that you guys care about. You guys care about that long-term, the long-term things that you feel can build legacies and, can really provide you with long-term longevity. Like, that's the things you guys care about, is longevity. How can I make this last? So continue to work hard towards your goals and continue to finish what you started, and I feel like you guys will have the longevity that you're looking for. And like I was saying, take time up for yourselves and make sure that you guys tie up any loose ends that you may have with people. So if you guys may have left something out on a bad note last year, I feel like if you guys are in a position to make things right with somebody, please do, like, take the initiative if you guys want to. If you guys feel like if you're in that energy, because every situation is different. Maybe somebody need to apologize to you. Maybe you shouldn't always be the first person to apologize. I feel like for my personal year number 6, I'm really getting like the need to be more self-involved. So you guys may be the first person to apologize in the argument or in a disagreement, I'll say. And this year, you're really being called to say, hey, this person did me wrong, or this person says something I didn't like, and if they want this relationship to, still be something, they need to come to me first. Like, that's the type of energy I feel like you guys need to embody this year, because I feel like you guys are naturally that person who will say sorry first, or try to make amends, or try to be friends with somebody who may have, done you wrong or something like that. So allow yourself to be like, hey, you know, I'm going to take some time out for myself. And if this person values our friendship or this relationship, they will realize, or they will see that, you know, whatever the case may be, because like I was saying, every situation is different. So maybe, maybe either you have to apologize or somebody else have to apologize, but whatever the case may be, if it's something that is meant to last, it'll work itself out. Definitely, this is the year for relationships. So if you guys have any type of again, any type of loose ends you have to tie up, that you personally feel comfortable with tying up those loose ends, please do. um yeah, it's very important. So responsibility and relationships for my personal year number 6 people, you will definitely value more so this year, because like I was saying, you guys want to be more responsible for your own happiness. You want to be responsible for your own self. I'm getting my personal year number 6 people. You want to look after yourself more. You want to take care of yourself more. You want to allow other people to I want to say take care of you, but I'm getting a sense that it's more along the energy of, if somebody wants to help you, you guys are going to allow that help to come in instead of turning it down. I feel like you guys can be very humble in a sense. So I feel like this year you're being encouraged to be like, hey, if somebody wants to help me, I'm going to let them. So yeah, continue to have that energy this year, and don't be afraid to embody that. Because if someone wants to help you, why not let them help you if they have good intentions? Other than that, just don't even worry about it. Like, if they want something, believe me, hope. I wouldn't even say hopefully, because I feel like we always know intuitively if something isn't right for us. It's just all about putting our emotions on the side and being like, hey, I don't think this is for me. And I can't explain why I don't think this is for me, but just in my heart of hearts, I know this isn't for me. And, have the courage enough to walk away. So, yeah, my personal year number 6 people, definitely something that I feel like you guys are going to embody this year. So, with that, we're going to actually get into the reading portion of this pile. I wanted to say the reading portion of this pile. So, yeah. Hello, my pile 2 people. Welcome to your reading. So you guys have the 3 of Swords, upright, clarified by the 10 of Cups. You have the Empress here, clarified by the Hangman. You have the 9 of Wands, clarified by the 4 of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Swords, upright. You guys have the 2 of Swords, and the Hermit card as your clarifier. You have the Star card, and you have the Queen of Cups in reverse as your clarifier. So what I'm seeing right now, there's a lot of Cancer energy, Virgo, Aquarius energy, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a lot of wands, a lot of swords too. Guys could be fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Honestly, I'm seeing that there's definitely, all types of energy from this pile. Wow. You guys so far I've picked out clarifiers for you guys because I really wanted to get a sense of what to look forward to, because there's honestly, for this group, there's a lot of self-empowerment. That's what I'm getting. That's something that you guys have to look forward to this year. But I feel like it's in different situations. Like you guys are being empowered through different situations that happened in your life, or that occurred during certain times in your life where you felt really down and just unsure of where to go. So let me just start off by saying, first of all, air hugs. First of all, air hugs, because honestly, there was 3 different situations I was seeing for this group. About, anybody could have went through any single situation, or maybe there was somebody out there who went through all 3. But there's really, I'm getting a sense of, for this group in particular, I definitely needed some more clarifiers. So we're going to start off with this energy right here, the first half. We have the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Cups as your clarifier, with the Empress and the Hangman as your clarifier. Automatically, what I was getting with this spread in particular, that you guys was stuck in a situation last year. And I say last year, but this could have been going on. I'm getting with the Swords card, it could have been 3 years. It could have been, I'm seeing a lot of 3s here. It could have been something that happened for 3 months. But I'm getting a long period of time where you guys just felt very lost, very stuck. very unsure about who you were as well as a person. And with this Empress energy, I feel like this something that you guys have to look forward to this year is being more confident in your values and your beliefs. I feel like you guys had in the past, your values were being questioned by people with this Three of Swords here. You guys went through, I'm getting a lot of heartbreak, separation, loss, like just this feeling of not knowing who you are and really feeling very disconnected from yourself as well. With this Hangman energy, taking the time out for yourself, to find out what really made you you as a person is what I'm getting with this Ten of Cups. What made you happy? What make you, you know, want to wake up in the morning? There was a sense that you guys, for a long time, I'm getting a long time, that you guys felt that you didn't know what made you happy. You really needed to take the time out for yourself. Again, as I was saying, this is definitely some last year energy that I'm feeling, and this is also could be this year as well, because I feel like we're still transitioning from last year into this year. But I'm definitely feeling that this was something that happened, and is very much this energy of it happens. It happened over a long period of time. So you guys felt for a very long time, or just it felt like a very long time. Because when you're in a depressive state, or when you're in a state where you feel anxious or lost or hopeless, it can feel like a very, very long time that you may feel as if you will never get out of this energy. And I feel like this is definitely something my pile two people have went through time and time again. It was like you had to find different ways to pick yourself back up and to rebuild who you were as a person, who you felt that, oh, this is a part of me that isn't a part of me anymore, and this is a part of me that I want to keep, that I want to expand, that I want to grow. And I really do feel like that is definitely something that my pile two people have went through time and time again, is having to rebuild yourself back up from hurt, pain, loss, separation. I'm just feeling a lot of being misguided. You guys may have felt that you weren't too sure which direction you guys may go through in life, because you may have questioned your decisions. You may have questioned, oh, am I making the right choice? So this is unsure energy. But I feel like this year, what you guys have to look forward to is being more confident and aware of who you are as a person, and allowing yourself to nurture and care that part of yourself that is vulnerable, that is sensitive, that is open to people, and really taking the time out to protect yourself on that forefront. Because again, you guys are very nurturing. I feel like you guys are very caring. This is a very caring pile. I feel like, for the most part. Again, when I feel like you guys have to be, assertive, I feel like you guys can be assertive. But for the most part, I feel like you guys may let things either slide a little bit, or you may feel like, oh, you may give somebody the benefit of the doubt or something like that. But I feel like this year you guys are being like, hey, I'm going to protect me first. And that's so crazy, because I feel like that's going throughout this whole spread. Like, that's definitely something that, as I was saying earlier, you guys are going through this transitionary period where you're not going to allow your emotions to be put on the back burner. You're not going to allow anybody to sabotage how you feel, in a sense that you're not going to allow people to make you feel bad about your emotions. I feel like people have done that a lot to my pile two people. Okay, so moving on. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's move on. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands energy, right? And you have the Four of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords upright. Automatically, what I was getting from just this middle part alone is that you guys, like the Four of Wands, talk about harmony, relationships, just being like, oh, okay, this is kumbaya, like, just being very, just very harmonious, in harmony with the people around you. But for it to be in reverse, and also with this Queen of Swords here underneath it, I feel like you guys are, and especially with this Knight of Wands, I feel like the Knight of Wands is a very protective energy. Like, when I'm looking at this card here, he just looks very guarded. So what I'm getting is that you guys are going to be very mindful of who you're going to be friends with. And I feel like you guys are going to have discernment this year too. And that's definitely something to look forward to for my pile two people, because you may have gone against your intuition in the past, when it may have come to someone's character, because I feel like you guys can see the good in people. But I feel like this year you guys are going to be like, hey, I know what I've seen, I know how I feel, and I'm not going to let it slide. I'm not going to let you just treat me however you want to treat me, or I'm not going to just let this situation go just because you want it to go away. I feel like with this Queen of Swords, you guys are going to be independent in your truth. You don't care, if somebody might feel some type of way about it. But I feel like that's because you guys have gone on long enough without saying anything. If someone may have hurt you, you may have seen the good in them, like I was saying, or you may have said, well, that person didn't mean it, or they didn't mean to say it in that way. And I feel like that's the type of person you guys may have been. But I feel like this year you're going to transition into somebody who stands in their truth. And I feel like you guys are going to care more so about your feelings than someone else's. And not in a bad way, in the way that you guys won't care about what you say to people. Because with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like she also has a way of using her words in order to get her point across. So you guys are not going to say anything just to hear yourselves talk. If you feel like you need to say something in order to get it off your chest and off your mind, you will say it. But you will say it in a way that's very, I want to say, discernment. You guys are going to use your intuition on how to say certain things in order to get your point across. Because you are not the type of people that are going to say something just to hear yourself speak, as I was saying. So going on to this last bit right here, like I was saying, this is a lot about definitely self-improvement, sticking up for yourself, allowing yourself to just, say how you feel, and not care about whose feelings you hurt. And like I was saying, you guys are going to use your discernment, but I feel like you're not going to let your emotions get in the way of speaking your truth. That's definitely what I'm feeling for my Power 2 people. So with that, we have the Two of Swords and the Hermit as your clarifier, and then we have the Star card with the Queen of Cups in reverse. As I was saying in the earlier part of your reading, you guys are going to be more protective over yourself and your energy. With this Two of Swords here, you're not going to just be blinded by whatever anyone has to say. Maybe you guys may have been in the past very sensitive to people's words, or very much aware of, oh, this person's words may affect me in a way that I might cater to them more than I cater to myself. Or they say things that in a way that's, I would say, they're very persuasive. You may have met a lot of very persuasive people that try to get you to do what they want you to do. And I feel like with this Queen of Cups here, you guys are definitely, and even with this Hermit card here, you guys are going to be more content with being by yourself. Definitely for my Power 2 people. And that's definitely something to look forward to, because I feel like the best company you can have is you. You to the point where, and I feel like you guys are going to build that relationship up. If you feel like you don't know yourselves as much as you want to, you guys are going to build that relationship more with yourself this year, because with this Queen of Cups energy, you're going to take the time to find out who you are as a person. And with the Star card here, the Star card is definitely saying that you guys are going to inspire yourselves to become better versions of yourself. And that's what I feel throughout this whole throughout this whole reading, is that you guys are going to allow yourself to be cultivated. You're going to grow your own, soil. You're going to plant your own seeds. You're going to allow yourself to be your own motivator, your own inspirator, your, I want to say your dream catcher. Even, like you guys are going to realize what you want, and you're going to go for it. You're going to have a vision board, or you need to have a vision board. You're going to have your journal, your dream journal, where you write down all your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. And you guys, with that Queen of Cups energy, you can put all the love that you want in your dreams, and with the Star card, into yourself. Because when you put your emotions and your intentions, when you put good intentions behind your dreams, my Power 2 people, you guys will have unlimited possibilities. And that's what I'm feeling with the Star card here. There is so much that you guys are meant to accomplish, and you guys will definitely step into that power this year, because you will allow yourself to continue to focus on you, and you will allow yourself to know yourself better as a person in and out. And with that Queen of Cups energy in reverse, you guys are going to be like, hey, look, I'm putting all that love back into myself, and I'm going to love myself more. I'm going to put myself first. So definitely, yes, okay. I love that. I definitely love that. I love when people put themselves first. I love that, especially like a very sweet, sensitive, kind, caring, vulnerable person. You may have a hard time putting yourself before other people, because you're so used to putting other people before yourself. So just remember, if you ever feel like bad, by putting yourself first, don't. It's going to take some time, I feel like, for some people in this power, more so than others. But the more you get in that energy of caring about yourself and valuing who you are as a person, everything else in your life, your external sources in your life will follow behind. They will follow pursuit, because they will see how you treat yourself, how valuable you treat yourself. So now they want to see, oh, this person is more valuable than I originally thought. And it was because you guys value yourself more than what you did a year ago or 2 years ago. So yeah, allow yourself to easily move into that transition this year, my pile number 2 people. And with this Eight of Pentacles as your bottom deck energy, continue to cultivate and learn different things, learn different skill sets. Allow yourself to really expand who you are as a person. Find different things that you love to do, and find things that you feel like, hey, you want to try new things too, pal, too. I feel like you may even find yourself in your activities and your hobbies, so take the time out for that too. So with that, you guys, I'm actually going to go into the Lantern Oracle deck to get some advice from Spirit on how to stay optimistic throughout 2020. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay, for my pile number 2 people, for your spiritual advice on how to stay optimistic in 2021, you guys have Metamorphosis, number 11. Power and strength lie within our surrender to change. Ooh. So yeah, like I was saying, 5 is all about change. So with this Metamorphosis card here, and then you have number 11, which double ones to me, it just automatically talks about spiritual advancements and allowing ourselves to expand subconsciously as a collective, as a human being. So even with the Metamorphosis card here, I feel like Spirit is wanting to come through and say, continue to allow yourself to change and to grow within. Because you feel like you guys are already heading on that path, but Spirit is wanting to advise you to continue heading down that path, because it will lead you to success. It will lead you to your own personal fulfillment, pile 2. So the more you continue to have faith in your change, the more you continue to surrender to the changes around you, as well as to the changes within yourself. I feel like Spirit is really wanting to come through and say, don't resist the changes within yourself. You may feel that you're becoming a different person, and there may have been people who pointed it out to you to make you feel as if, being a different person or being someone that they're not used to seeing is a bad thing. So don't succumb to that. Don't allow other people's perception of you just because you're not the same person you was 2 weeks ago to stop you from growing and developing and becoming the person that you're meant to be, because that's definitely what I'm getting with this Metamorphosis card. You guys were not meant to stay the same person. I feel like nobody is, in a sense, but definitely with my pile 2 people, you guys are being encouraged to continue to grow, to continue to allow yourselves to dream, to change, to transition. If someone says, hey, oh, you're not the same person I met a year ago, pat on the back, because that's definitely not something we're trying to go back to. You know what I mean? Like, that's definitely something we are not trying to go back to, especially if we had a hard, and again, what I was getting with that pile in particular, you guys had a very rough time. Like I was saying, either it was like a long period of time or it felt like a long period of time. But I feel like for my pile 2 people, it's definitely been a long time coming that you guys were waiting to see these transitions and these changes within yourself. I feel like you guys may be resistant to that change, which is why you guys got the Metamorphosis card. But again, as the cards reads, power and strength. So continue to remain in your power and to allow your strength to come through when you feel like the changes that you're making feels too big, or they feel too hard, or you may even fear the certain changes that you may be experiencing because of what people might be saying, or because the more you change and transition, the more you realize the bigger the levels are that you're trying to go, like where you're trying to go are matching with your changes, and that can instill fear, because that means that you're leveling up. I remember somebody saying new levels, new devils, like, that might scare you, but, don't allow that fear to stop you from pursuing your dreams and your goals, because you guys are definitely meant to have that. I have to definitely take my own advice on that one, because believe me, fear can stop anybody in their tracks, but don't allow that to keep you from pursuing what you want. Don't allow anybody's opinions, don't allow your own fears and limitations to stop you from getting where you're meant to be, because you're meant to be going places, pal, too. And the more the more you change, the more you add those changes into your life, and the more you allow yourself to just flow with those changes, you'll become more comfortable in that, within your own lifestyle, within your own within your own time, for sure. Like, changes and transitions take time to get adjusted to, but once you get adjusted to it and you start to realize how happier you are, how more content you are with your life, and start seeing things where you're like, hey, like, I could start seeing my goals the way I I always see it in my mind. Like, I can envision this actually happening for me. Like, you'll start to realize how powerful those changes are, and it'll encourage you to make even more changes, because you're starting to see, the more I keep up with those changes, the more I change my frequency to match my dreams, the more I'm able to pursue the things that I want to pursue without fear, without fear of judgment from others or myself, without my own limitations standing in my way. So definitely stay in that power, my power to people. But again, be very patient with yourself as well. And, whenever you really feel the need to, talk about the things that you're going through, as I was saying, get a journal, talk to a close friend. I know they have like the online, like, I know they got like on Instagram, like the online people you could talk to. I don't know what they call it, but yeah, they have online psychiatry as well. You guys, if you want to speak to somebody, they have the hotline number that you guys can talk to if you're really feeling that you need to talk to somebody and you don't know who really to trust to tell these things to. Definitely. Or you can even, like, I want to say y'all can even shoot me a message, but I feel like that's just going to be in the comment section. If y'all really don't feel comfortable talking in the comment section, I understand. But, if you really need somebody to talk to, just know that you'd be like, hey, I want to talk to you, Klaus and Magic, or something like that. Like, you don't have to be that cheesy, but, if that's only if you want to. If you feel comfortable with that, just let me know. And like I said, I have my Instagram. You guys could just DM me a message if you guys feel like talking, and I'll answer. It's no problem. I have my Instagram in the description box. So if you want to talk about anything that's bothering you or something like that, I don't mind. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting with my Power 2 people for spiritual advice. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my Pal 3 people. Welcome to your reading. So if you guys had personal year numbers 7 through 9, this is your reading. So starting with my personal year number 7 people, I feel like you guys during this universal year number 5 will learn your own values and re-identify with your own self-worth. I feel like you guys will be cultivating the energy of figuring out your own values and your own ideas of how do you value yourself. What are the things that you feel make up who you are as a person? What allows you to grow? What allows you to become the person that you want to be in this lifetime? I feel like you guys will be making very mind and consciously developed decisions. So you're going to be focused more on how a certain outcome or a certain vision can benefit you. In a sense that it's not in this energy of selfishness, but more as in how can a situation or how does a situation in particular identify with your own values. I feel like my personal year number 7 people, you are naturally optimistic about the future, and I feel like the universal year number 5 will definitely enhance that feeling. I feel like you guys will definitely, for my personal year number 7 people, will focus on your inner work, the work that you put into yourself, as well as gathering knowledge on how you can further better yourself. Because again, the universal year number 5 will focus on major changes, and I feel like those major changes for my personal year number 7 people will have to deal with self. How you guys can become more free spirited and within your own bodies, within your own mindsets. How you guys think, I feel, will also be in this equation as well. It's definitely something that I feel will definitely highlight certain things about you. I said definitely twice. Wow. Wow. Okay, definitely. So it's major important decisions that will affect your life. So you'll be called into question of how those decisions fit into your values. So with that, also, my personal year number 7 people, don't beat yourself up for past mistakes. I feel like last year you guys may have gone through a difficult time, especially it being a universal year number 4, which is all about precision, being proactive, being mindful of your decisions and your actions. And I feel that you guys may have made some decisions that you weren't very proud of, or you made decisions that you felt were more impulsive than beneficial in a sense. So my personal year number 7 people, really take the time out to acknowledge that your mistakes do not define your self-worth, and they do not define where you're going in life. You know, making mistakes is all a part of the journey. It's all a part of our growth. And even then, when you make a mistake and you learn from it, you become better at realizing your own power, at realizing that the more you value your mistakes and the more you realize that your mistakes can actually help you grow and you can benefit from those decisions, you'll be able to step more into your power and to not beat yourself up about past judgments that you may have made on other people as well as yourself, for my personal year number 7 people. But again, I'm really getting with the learn your values and re-identify with your self-worth. You guys are going to be really having ways, and you can be creative when it comes to identifying your self-worth. So I feel like you guys are going to be acknowledging certain things when it comes to projects, certain views. My number 7 people as well, my personal year number 7 people, you guys may focus more on technical areas of your life. So really find ways to where your technical experiences that you may learn throughout this personal year number 7 can really help you re-identify with your own core beliefs and values. And I say that in a sense that you guys may be a social media a lot, so you guys may see those, like, with those the prayer quotes, things like that, like the Instagram accounts with the prayers and the different quotes about how you can better improve your life. And but yeah, definitely different quotes to help you remain uplifted throughout the year. But I feel like the more you guys gain knowledge about the world around you, the more you can view your relationships in a different perspective, as well as improve a definite area in your career. So if there's something that you guys are really wanting to pursue this year, definitely with the universal year number 5, make those changes to improve. So with that, I'm saying that if you guys felt stuck on a particular project or situation, to find a very different way or creative way in order to pursue those different careers. But again, I'm getting one definite career that you guys are interested in, that you want to know more about. So really take the time out to gain some more knowledge, some more wisdom about the things that you want to know more about, and help that elevate you towards your career path. I'm really getting soul path as well. So there's a lot of soul mission work that I feel like you guys are wanting to accomplish this year. So allow yourself to accomplish those things, personal year number 7, because I think you guys are definitely meant to have that challenging year, but in a sense that it'll challenge you to learn more, to do more, to become more. So remain in that energy, embrace that energy, and just go with the flow of it, because you guys are definitely meant to succeed. As I was telling another pile, that they're definitely meant to have that moment where they're able to look back and say, wow, I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and I've applied that to my soul mission, and now I'm I'm on cloud 9. I feel like I know so much, but continue to learn more no matter how much you feel that you may know. I feel like as human beings, we never stop growing, we never stop learning. So take that into consideration, my personal year number 7 people. If you feel like you've learned enough about a particular subject, there's never too much to learn when it comes to life in general, but your career or the things that you want to know more about. Reach out to people that you feel like you're comfortable reaching out to about a particular career endeavor or a particular hobby that you guys want to know more about. You never know who may reach out to you, especially with this universal year number 5, where it's all about I'm getting free spiritedness and connections and making those relationships solidified, in the sense that you guys may have something in common with someone that you've never met. You never know my personal year number 7 people, but just put yourself out there to find out. So with that, my personal year number 8 people, what I'm getting for you guys is you being called to take advantage of new opportunities. I feel like my personal year number 8 people, you guys are naturally looking for ways to find opportunities. I feel like you guys are an opportunist in the sense that you can see an opportunity in every situation. And I feel like this year you guys are definitely being called to seek out opportunities to better enhance your career, as well as to better enhance your self-awareness and your self-knowledge. So with that, you will definitely see the fruits of your labor being shown this year, because I feel like my personal year number 8 people, when you had your your year last year, you guys really took the time out to learn things about yourself as well as the world around you. And I feel like you guys are now in that energy of wanting to bear bear your souls out. I'm really getting with my personal year number 8 people. You guys have a natural appreciation for business, and I feel like you will be able to be presented with more opportunities this year. I'm really getting from my personal year number 8 people, because you guys have a very persuasive business approach in how you deal with career relationships, how you deal with people on the day to day. I feel like you can pretty much get people to do anything you want them to do, personal year number 8 people, because you guys have that persuasiveness about you. People don't really I don't know if people really expect it from my personal year number 8 people, because you may come across as very diplomatic, very tactful, just very much a person who's all about business. But I feel like you guys can talk to pretty much anyone, because you have that universal language where you can pretty much have this, and you guys may know more than one language, or you're being encouraged to learn more than one language. Really switch up your routine, my personal year number 8 people, because I feel like you guys value routine. You value but your own belief system, your own values. And I feel like you guys are being encouraged to really expand your knowledge about what your values are, what your beliefs are. Are your beliefs and your values are your own, or they're preconditioned? Are they conditioning based off of your childhood, based off your family traditions, values? So really take that into consideration, my personal year number 8 people. What do you guys value most about your life, your relationships, your work relationships, as well as your personal relationships as well? But I feel like you guys thrive off of being admired. So definitely my personal year number 8 people, if you guys are into any creative any creative ways of expressing yourself, any creative ways of expressing how you do business, as well as communication. Number 5 to me also signifies the way we interact with people. So allow yourself to be more fluid in your relationships as well, my personal year number 8 people. If you guys want to talk more than just business. Don't treat every relationship or every friendship as if it's a business opportunity, but more as if it's a chance to get to know someone on a personal level, a spiritual or emotional level. My personal year number 8 people, I feel like my personal year number 8 people are workaholics, and you guys may value work more so than relationships or friendships, or you may put a lot of focus into your work to the point where you end up abandoning certain parts of your life, such as maybe even your own health as well. So yeah, definitely take the time out to be flexible in your schedule. That's what the universal year number 5 is all about: being flexible, allowing yourself to expand your horizons, travel as well, taking the time out for yourself. So really focus on that, my personal year number 8 people. And I feel like for you guys, this year will be all about empowerment and finances. So yeah, you're really being encouraged to self-empower and to rely on that energy and that strength to keep you going throughout the year 2021. And your finances, I feel like for my personal year number 8 people, I feel like you guys naturally focus on finances, but I feel like this year it will be a lot more lenient, or you guys will find different ways to have financial opportunities. Number 5 is all about creativity. So you guys will be creative in the way that you make money as well this year. So just be very mindful of that too, my personal year number 8 people. If you find different creative outlets to make money, or you may be presented with a new opportunity to make money, just see an opportunity as an opportunity the first time around, my personal year number 8 people, because you guys have a natural eye for business, and you will never miss your shot. Especially if this is something that you guys truly want to do and you can make money off of it. Why not take advantage of it? So with that, I have my personal year number 9 people. So my personal year number 9 people, I feel like you guys are going to figure out what is no longer serving you. So wow, that's actually major energy, because universal year number 5 talks about having that stability, having that and I mean stability within change, being very much open-minded to the idea of change, whether it's in your personal life, and to continue to remain optimistic as well about it, my my personal year number 9 people, because I feel like you guys are so used to things ending. Again, the 9 is all about things beginning anew as well, personal year number 9 people. So you guys may be cutting off loose ends with someone or somebody, or some people, even a group of people, or you guys may be building new friendships, new relationships, but there may be somebody that you may have to let go of this year that you may have been holding off last year. But this is definitely the year, personally year number 9 people, to start building new friendships that'll continue to build you up as a person, that you can continue to have that equal give and take with, especially with this universal year number 5. I feel like you guys will meet people through different avenues, whether that's online, through social media, or maybe even in the comment section in YouTube. Travel, you guys may meet different people while you travel. Again, it doesn't have to be big travel. It could just be walking across the street and you may strike up a conversation with someone. You never know. But yeah, definitely free up your energy this year, personal year number 9 people. You're being encouraged to focus on yourself. You're being encouraged to really allow yourself to let go of the things that are no longer serving you, and to be very susceptible to change, because I feel like for our personal year number 9 people, you either have things change in your life consistently to the point where you want stability, or you're so used to change that you may force change. So really, my personal year number 9 people, go with the flow of this universal year number 5, because you guys may try to force something that is meant to have its own timing. Maybe it requires you to have a lot more patience than what you're used to. But definitely by the end of this year, I feel like you guys will definitely have more of a fulfilling friendships, fulfilling lifestyle, fulfilling relationships. If you guys are looking to be in a committed relationship, or you're looking to have just more of a lifestyle where you feel more free, because number 5 also represents freedom. So if you guys are looking for a way to free yourself of any toxicity, of anything that is not in your highest good or not serving its purpose anymore, then definitely have no hesitation in getting rid of it, because it'll definitely lead you to something that's a lot more amazing than what you're used to. So get out of that energy, my personal year number 9 people, of feeling as if, I have to let something go yet again, because when we let things go that no longer serves us, we continue to allow things that do, and we're able to grow even more so as a person than the things that we were trying to hold on to, that was holding us back. And we may not have seen it as us holding us back, because we're holding on to it so tightly that we may not see it for what it is. So just be very mindful of that energy too, by personal year number 9 people. And again, I feel like you guys have discernment. So I feel like you guys know when to let things go, or I feel like you guys may have a sense of knowing how to let things go, but it may be difficult for you, because personal year number 9 people always have to focus on change. You guys always have to let things go in order to build up new energy and new perspective, new knowledge on a situation. How can you learn from a particular mistake or a particular situation? as well as particular connection, because the universal year number 5 also talks about relationships. Whether a relationship either stays together or falls apart this year, so you guys may have to let someone go, or again, you guys may be building a new relationship with someone new. So it's all just depends on where you are, personal year number 5 people, within your own personal connections. And I feel like this year you guys are being guided to let go and complete. I'm getting letting go and completions. So you guys are completing one thing and letting go of another. And even though letting go and completion, I feel like goes hand in hand, because you guys are letting go of something. And in a way, when you let go of something, it's completed, right? So when you continue to let go of things, it has its own ending. It has its own cycle. It ends when it's meant to end. And you guys will no longer be on that hamster wheel of a feeling as if something will never, it will never go anywhere. Or you feel like your life is stagnant and stuck. That is definitely a sign, I'm feeling, to let something go. When you feel as if this is something that you can no longer deal with, or something that you no longer want to deal with, just remember to have that discernment, and remember to remind yourself that even when you let something else go, you're allowing something else better to come in. So don't be afraid to complete something. Personally, you're number 9 people, even if it means completing something with a friend. Maybe you might be letting go of a long time friend, things like that. All that is very important. So don't be afraid of that as well. Personally, you're number 9 people. You guys may have built long-standing friendships that you thought may have lasted, or should have lasted longer than it might have. But again, this is also the year of personal relationships, so you guys can definitely either mend up a friendship with someone, or maybe it's time to let this person go, and you can be able to continue to build yourself up with your own personal growth. And when I'm with completions, I'm also getting to complete your projects, to complete your goals, to focus on your dreams. My personal year number 9 people, because you will definitely be called to be more flexible in how you pursue your dreams, and how you will complete those dreams as well this year. So allow yourself to flow into that energy. Okay, you guys, now we're going to get into the portion part of your reading, so let's get to it. Hello, my pile 3 people. This is your reading. So you guys have the 6 of Swords clarified by the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles clarified by the 6 of Swords. You guys have the 9 of Cups. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Judgment card is your clarifier. You have the Hierophant. You have the Fool card justified by... Justified. Definitely was thinking about that Justice card, you guys. So you have the Lovers card and the 6 of Cups in reverse. Clarifier for the Fool. And you guys have the Page of Pentacles as clarified for the Justice card. So definitely for my pile 3 people, I feel like something that you guys have to look forward to this year is finding your soul tribe. What I'm getting with this 6 of Swords, first off, let's start off by saying that right now I'm really getting a sense that this is some I'm just looking at the 9 of Cups. In particular, I'm looking at this Cups card, so definitely you guys are looking for something that's long-term, something that's long-lasting and has emotional stability. And so starting off with this reading, I'm actually seeing 2 specific things in particular with this pile. And I feel like there's definitely some changes that you guys are looking forward to in 2021 that is represented in this reading. So getting from the first change that I'm seeing, you guys have the 6 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. So with that first half of this reading, I'm getting soul tribe. You guys are really going to find the people that keep you in this 9 of Cups energy. Someone, or again, these group of people that are going to make you feel confident in your abilities and in your skill set. I feel like my pile 3 people, you guys have a lot of inspiration. You guys have a lot of creativity that is well built inside you, but it's definitely something that has not been cultivated by your environment with the 6 of Swords. I feel like you guys are moving away from people, or you're going to be either a physical move, or I'm even getting like a mental move. Like you guys may be mentally just blocking people out, not allowing people that you feel aren't going to help you progress. I feel like it's all about progression with this pile 3 group right here. You guys are wanting to progress in a way that you are fulfilled, that you guys don't feel that you have to make up some parts of yourself that isn't true or that doesn't identify with who you are. So this year is going to be looking forward to working with people with this Three of Pentacles here, working with like-minded people. Again, as I was saying earlier, finding your soul tribe, finding people who you can relate to, who you feel comfortable with, who's going to cultivate that inner confidence that you guys have, who's going to make you feel as if your ideas are worth something, because you guys have very meaningful and worthy ideas. But again, back to your environment, it's the people that are around you that make you feel as if your ideas or dreams are not tangible, as if you can't do the things that you were meant to do because of, your circumstances or who you are as a person. People may have tried to tell you time and time again, pile 3, of who you are as a person. And I remember someone saying, don't ever let anyone tell you who you are, because they are 100% wrong most of the time, because people, if they feel like they know you, they will label you as a person that you are not. And I feel like you guys are starting to realize that, or you have been realizing, as well as I'm getting with my pile 3 people, that if I want to continue to grow, if I want to build this part of myself up that is meant to do things in life, I have to change my surroundings. I have to change my environment. I have to wonder who I'm hanging out with, which goes back to that personal year number 9 that I was feeling too, that energy of letting people go. Definitely, I'm feeling personal year number 9 vibes. Letting people go, letting situations go, anything that may have really caused you pain, heartbreak, sadness, letting it go and developing that self-care, that, that intuitiveness, that brilliance, cultivating those ideas and letting it bring you places that you never thought it could, or proving people wrong too. I'm getting from my pile number 3 people. You guys are very much in that energy of proving people wrong, and I feel like this year will definitely be your year to do it, because you guys have that confidence, you have that passion, but I feel like you have to be in an environment where that is cultivated, where you feel comfortable with expressing yourself with people because you're around people who want the same things that you do. So definitely, I feel like you guys are moving, or you guys are moving away from people who don't build you up, who don't build up who you are as a person, moving away from people who continuously knock you and your dreams down. I feel like you guys are getting away from that energy. And then moving to this Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Judgment card here. I feel like you guys, again, with the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, Hierophant here, intuition. Hierophant also represents spiritual knowledge. And then you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card not only represents the last judgment, but it also represents resurrection. So I feel like there's definitely a resurrection with this pile that's going to be a major change. It's going to be a switch up, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles can be any new beginning that you want it to be. It's definitely in the way that you see your life, my pile 3 people. The Ace of Pentacles can be an opportunity to change your circumstances, your financial situations, your own personal life, if you wanted to change who you are, but in a way that it builds you up, that it makes you more confident in your decisions, that you value yourself a lot more than what you have, that you have been, my pile number 3 people. Really take the time out with this Hierophant card here to use your discernment. That's what I was getting for all the piles so far. Using your intuition is definitely going to be something big for this universal year number 5, because we have the inner knowledge that we need in order to build the life that we're meant to live. We see our dreams way before we may have realized that we have, if that makes sense. We have a feeling of where we can go in life. It's just not adding logic to it. The more we try to make logical sense of our dreams, the more we have a way of self-sabotaging. So really be mindful in the way you choose to use your logic, my pile 3 people. Don't let it hinder you into making decisions that you feel, oh, I should be doing this or I should be doing that. Do what's right for you this year, pile 3 people. That's what I'm definitely feeling, that being encouraged. So with that, we have the Fool card, 6 of Cups, and the Lover's card as your clarifier for the Fool. Honestly, you guys, I'm seeing this as a whole different view. The Lovers talks about choices, whether that is romantic or just having 2 options in general. So I feel like with with that, with the Six of Cups being in reverse, I see you guys are being offered opportunities that you've never had before, or opportunities that are, in a sense, more aligned with your purpose. I feel like with the Six of Cups in reverse, there's definitely a situation that is coming up, or a change that is coming up, that you guys either weren't expecting, or in a way it came in the way that you weren't expecting it to come. Because remember, universal year number 5 is all about going with the flow. It's all about change, so, and expecting the unexpected. So allow yourself to really go with the flow with this Fool card here. Allow yourself to make those choices that best benefit you, my pile 3 people, because you definitely have that, again, as I was saying, that discernment about you. And remember, the Fool card here is about taking those calculated risks, because you guys have that discernment. You've been through so much, and with this Justice card here, you have definitely the wisdom to continue to make your own choices that best benefit you. And with the Page of Pentacles here being your clarifier, as I was saying, you guys can start this journey any way you want. You're the Page of Pentacles. Remember, the page is in a learning process. You know, the page is continuing to learn and grow about the things that he or she wants. So continue to be in that energy of learning more about yourself, learning more about the things that you want, aligning yourself with the things that you want as well, my pile 3 people. And with this Justice card here, being the first card that you have, and for the Page of Pentacles to be your clarifier, you guys will definitely get what you're meant to get. You know, you guys definitely have this sense of purpose about you, that now you're able to justify who you are. You're able to solidify that part of yourself and really become more so in your power. Justice to me, you hold your own fate. You know, you guys are, you know, judge, jury, and executioner. You are again, you are the holder of your own fate. So be very mindful of that. You guys can create your own destiny. With the Justice card here, that's definitely what I'm getting from my pile 3 people. But it's very much this energy of wanting to focus on self, and I feel like that's definitely been for all my piles so far coming. It's really just been about self. How can I improve myself? How can I put myself into a position where I'm allowing myself to grow and to have that change that I want, that really tangible change that can change my, not only my present, but as well as my future generations to come. With this 9 of Cups card here, self-fulfillment, to the point where you're able to have that self-fulfillment in other areas of your life, whether it's about family, romantic relationships, platonic relationships, building up those connections with people. And then you have the King of Swords as your bottom deck energy. So definitely remain confident in your truth. Remain yourself. Definitely, pile 3 people. Don't let other people try to persuade you that who you are becoming is causing too much trouble, or is, you know, you're shaking up too many, you know, you're bringing up old things, or whatever the case may be. People may feel as if the changes that you are making within your own life is somehow affecting them. And with the King of Swords here, is talking about remaining in your power by remaining in your truth, not allowing other people to dissuade you from your truth, not allowing other people to form opinions around how you perceive yourself to be, my pile 3 people. Don't allow other people's opinions to become a part of who you are, because that's not who you're meant to become. Wow. Okay. Pile 3, that was woo, okay. Yeah, that's very powerful. Okay. So with that, my pile 3 people, we're actually going to get some spiritual advice from Spirit on how to stay optimistic in this year 2021. I'm going to use the Lantern Oracle deck to see what Spirit has to say. Okay, for my pile 3 people, for spiritual advice, you have moving forward, number 28. The first step is taken within our stillness. Woo! So your spiritual advice off the bat is about being still, right? Allowing yourself to really take the time out to figure out who you are as a person just by being still. I feel like you guys are being encouraged to have a moment to yourself, or have moments to yourself throughout the day, where you're allowing yourself to figure out what you want in order to move in the direction that you are meant to move in. You see, as she looks outward, she's looking at different directions, and the sun is literally centered where she is, and she's walking towards the sun. And it's amazing because she looks so centered and aligned. And I feel Spirit is wanting that same thing for you, my Pile 3 people, is that in order to move forward, you guys have to be still and centered within yourself and figure out the things that you want in life just by simply allowing yourself to move toward that direction, and then for 28 that reduces to 10. So as I was saying earlier, you guys are moving away from people, you guys are moving forward. 10 talks about endings. I know usually 9 talks about completion, but for me 10 talks about endings. There's definitely a sense that there's going to be a lot of things that end for my Pile 3 people, and I feel that it's going to move you towards what you're meant to be headed towards, my Pile 3 people. It's like everything that you guys ever wanted, you're going to be moving even closer towards it because you guys have taken the initiation to figure out the things that you do and don't want in your life anymore. So it's like, in order to get to that next level, you may have to leave some people behind, but at the same time, you're taking new people along with you. You're allowing yourself to realize that even though there's some people I may have to let go of, that doesn't mean that more people won't enter my life. Because remember, my Power 3 people, this journey may seem as if you're alone and you're by yourself and you have nobody with you, but you always have your spirit team. And again, you guys are going to find that soul tribe this year, so you're going to not be as alone as you think that you're going to be this year, because you're going to find that soul tribe. And it may come in the form of a soulmate as well, with the Lovers card here. So definitely be very excited, my Power 3 people, because your soul tribe can also be your soul. Your soul tribe can also have your soulmate in it as well. And your soulmate can also even have more of an avenue of how you can find more of your soul tribe. Your soul tribe may be in the form of your spouse's in-laws, your spouse's family, your in-laws. So again, just be very open to that type of idea of finding and embracing change and moving forward in all areas of your life. Whether that's leaving some people behind and moving towards things that you guys are ready for, because I feel like you guys are ready for these changes. And I feel like it's been a long time coming. You guys have been working hard, you've been grinding, you've been just wanting to stay in that energy of, I'm going to stay focused, and the more I stay focused, I'm going to achieve the things that I want to achieve, and I'm going to meet those people who want to achieve those same things, and I'm just going to keep my head up and just continue on and keep on keeping on. So definitely this year, my Power 3 people, you're going to see how your work have been put into fruition. Because the universal year number 5 is all about how our how our goals and ambitions can be seen through the small things, through the changes, through the transitions as well. So definitely be more mindful of how any opportunity decides to show up, because it can show up in the least expected of places. For my Power 3 people, you may see an opportunity that you've never seen before, and as I was telling you in your reading, with the 6 of Cups in reverse, you may be presented with an opportunity that you have not seen coming. This is something that you've only dreamed about, possibly, or something that you thought you were never going to get, but this year is definitely the year for it to happen. So continue to focus on yourself, continue to work hard, continue to allow yourself to be flexible in how you pursue your ideas, as well as how you identify with yourself and your self-worth. And you guys will definitely be on your way of achieving your dreams and your goals, my Power 3 people. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I will end your reading there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was really nice reading for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great day, evening, night. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my Power 4 people. Welcome to your reading. So as I was saying earlier, for Power 4, you guys, we're going to focus on the collective universal energy of 2021, which is again universal year number 5. As I was saying throughout the pals, universal year number 5 will be about change, adventure, being free-spirited, optimistic, flexible, allowing yourself to travel, become a little bit more indulgent this year as well. Your personal relationships will be in effect, as well as your sense of discipline and just allowing yourself to have the ability to self-express and become more creative. So I feel like you guys will definitely embody this year. So I feel like for the collective, the fifth house energy will definitely be the most embodied this year, which is again about creativity, self expression, your talents, your hobbies, your affections as well, the way you may exhibit affection, as well as personal sensory pleasures, will be in effect as well this year. So I'm getting really that Leo sun vibe for the 2021 collective. But also be mindful that it all depends on your numbers, your core numbers in your numerology chart. So the universal year number 5 can truly be affected by other numbers in your universal in your numerology number chart as well. So be very mindful of that you may feel more of the effects of the universal year number 5, more so than someone else of maybe a different personal year, or just in a different sense that you guys will maybe either feel more or less. Well, I won't even say less, more or about equal to what someone else may be feeling, because again, the fifth house is all about sensory pleasure. So you guys may feel an intense build up this year as well, that may come in the form of having a lot of expressed energy, which is why you guys are being encouraged to have more creative outlets of self-expression, and motivating your mental capacity as well to learn more knowledge this year. So from in the year 2021 this year, I feel like by the end of the first week of your by the end of the first week of 2021, you may feel the effects of the universal year number 5. But again, as I was saying earlier, it all depends on the core numbers in your numerology chart that you may feel this year more intensely than maybe another personal year number. But it all depends on your numerology chart as well. So I feel like this 2021 year will be about setting yourselves free from anything holding you back. You guys are going to be learning to be more independent this year and allowing yourself to make more decisions based off of your own personal needs and wants. So there's definitely going to be more of this energy of being, I don't want to say selfish, but more in a sense, you're going to become more self-aware of your of where you want to be in your life and how you want to be pleased even, and being more assertive in the way that you express those needs and wants to other people as well. I feel like you guys are going to be encouraged to make more bold decisions, because number 5 talks about being free spirited. So really allowing yourself to be free spirited in the sense that your decisions can be very much what encourages you to make more bold decisions in your life, because number 5 is all about change, and with those changes come decisions that you're maybe not used to making all the time, or in a sense maybe not comfortable making. But number 5 is definitely here to get you out of your comfort zone. So the year 2021, you guys are going to be not to scare anybody, but you guys are going to be encouraged to get out of your comfort zone in different ways. So definitely be prepared for that. And I feel like the best way to be prepared for change is to make small changes first. So when those big life changes happen, you guys will be more susceptible to the idea of change and allowing change to really come into your life. And 5 also talks about ending striving for perfection, which is a good sign for the universal year number 5, and it's a good sign for the year 2021, because I feel like last year we may have been striving for certain things to happen at a certain time with a certain outcome, and I feel like this year we're more concerned about the little things, and even we're more concerned about ourselves more so than the small details, more so than the bigger picture, I mean. So really we are being encouraged to also to be more focused on ourselves, and to be more diligent about the way that we choose to see a certain outcome or a certain situation, how we may want it to play out. Be more flexible in that way, in that sense that you guys are more susceptible to things becoming more of going with the flow, as I was saying, and stop trying to have a certain outcome or a certain situation happen, or more of like a forced change try to happen for this year 2021. Allow things to flow naturally, and don't strive so much for perfection. because you guys are being guided this year towards the unknown, which is encouraging you to be more open-minded in the way things can play out. Be more open-minded to to more than one particular outcome, and always strive to have that stability, in the sense that you guys are allowing changes to happen. Change, stability and change, I feel, will allow this year of 2021 to really allow the collective to become more inhibited, and again, to really express ourselves in the most natural ways that we can express ourselves. And the number 5 is also talks about financial success. So I feel like this year will bring about financial success for people who are wanting to pursue their own businesses, who are wanting to become more entrepreneurs, who are wanting to start their maybe their online shop, as well as just trying to find different avenues in the way that you can bring financial success. And you'll also be encouraged to have more social stability. So that comes in the mind of friendships, relationships, building those connections with people, and really having those long-standing relationships in order to really bring about a really full, fulfilling and balanced lifestyle. Because number 5, again, as I say about being free spirited and having that change is meant to bring about success in a way that you guys will be even more fulfilled than you were last year, which is definitely something to look forward to in the year 2021. So definitely. And also with the number 5, it's this year 2021 is encouraging us to be more curious about life, to be more curious about the things that we want to know more about. So if there's anything you want to know more about, especially with it being the 5th house, you can be more into psychology or numerology or astrology, really learning more about the human mind and the way that social interactions might occur in certain situations. You guys may be more interested in learning more knowledge, because your mind is going to be very active, especially during the first week of 2021. So allow yourself to really learn more about the things that you want to learn more about, just to keep your your mental activity levels from being all over the place, because there's going to be a lot of mental energy for this year 2021, because we're so excited about this year and wanting to create something that is very beautiful and abundant, that our minds may have a tendency of trying to control everything, or in a sense thinking of every possible outcome that we can think of in order to be prepared for those changes. But this year is really encouraging us to go with the flow and to allow those changes to happen and occur naturally. So remember that this year for 2021, that when change occurs, to go with the flow. If you need some time to go with the flow of the year 2021, really take the time out to balance your root chakra, to balance all your chakras, but really getting a sense that it's your root chakra that really needs to be balanced. If you guys have a hard time adjusting to change and not really feeling safe when it comes to having particular changes in your life, you guys may have moved around a lot, and you may have experienced trouble with maybe associating change with something bad. You may have, memory association with a different word, or like I was saying, memory association with change. Just really take the time out to cultivate your root chakra energy. And I feel like you guys will definitely be more prepared for 2021. So I feel like this year you guys will also appreciate the ability to think freely, to really allow yourself to think outside of the box of your usual routine or ideas or beliefs or values. So really be interested in expanding your mindset on that for the year 2021. So also be mindful, you guys, for the year 2021, when it comes to your own personal relationships and connections, that your shared moral values with those people that you feel the most connected to can be very amazing or can be very fragile this year. Because as I was saying earlier in the video, that your relationships can either begin to blossom and to cultivate this year, or you guys may be experiencing some endings in certain connections. So just be very mindful of your values as well for this year 2021. Are your friends sharing the same values that you share about life or about personal views? But also be very mindful that number 5 is the energy of free thinking. So if your friendships, if your connections have different I would say different mindsets, because when it comes to values, I feel like values can be a set thing. Like if you guys both value the idea of work, or you value the idea of love, or like I was saying, if you value the idea of free thinking, I feel like that's definitely a relationship that can be cultivated, because you're on that same wavelength when it comes to a particular value. But if you feel like you are disconnected in a friendship, or really not feeling a sense of connection within a personal relationship, or romantic relationship, really take the time out to figure out what your values are when it comes to how you connect and view with people, and to be more open-minded in the idea of connection, of connecting with people in a way that you may not have first thought of, because that's definitely the energy that I'm feeling with the year 2021. We're definitely being more creative in the way that we think and in the way that we perceive other people. So if you find yourself having a different outlook or opinion than someone that you are closely connected with, really take the time out to see it from their point of view in the year 2021. And if it doesn't really match up with your values, or you feel that that friendship or that connection or that relationship, whatever the case may be, isn't aligned with your values, really take the time out to admit it to yourself, as well as the other person, if you feel that the relationship or the connection needs to end this year. So number 5 this year will be all about creative communication. Whether you create whether you create an avenue of communication through text message or a phone call, or a Skype, Zoom. Really allow yourself to be in that energy of being very creative. If you're in a long distance relationship as well, and you want to connect to someone, or in there live in another country or another state, allow yourself to be more creative in how you talk to them. If you were texting them for a while, maybe you want to upgrade to Zoom, and see someone's face, or Skype, or Snapchat even. Definitely could be a chance to spice up some romance as well, because number 5 is all about sensory pleasures. So really take the time out to find ways you can even introduce new things into your sex life, if you're interested in that. If you're interested in allowing yourself to be more free spirited, in the sense that you explore different things with your partner that you both feel comfortable with, and that's consensual. Definitely important. So if you guys really feel the need to just expand your horizons in that forefront, really take the time out to talk to your partner about it, and to make sure that you guys are both on the same page. But also be mindful of not being too indulgent in those sensory pleasures, because you may become self-reliant or self-dependent on them, in order to feel personal happiness. And I feel like this 2021 year will definitely focus on personal happiness. So try to find different ways to be happy besides using your 5 senses, in a sense that, in the physical sense, where you may rely on sex in order to feel a sense of emotional fulfillment, if that makes sense. Find different avenues and outlets where you can be fulfilled, that is different than maybe what you're used to doing. Really think outside the box, you guys, for the year 2021, in the way that you view pleasure as well. I feel like you guys are being encouraged. We're all being encouraged for the year 2021 to find a way that we, to have a perspective on how we view pleasure, and how we can have pleasure from multiple areas of our life besides physical, and that comes in the form of career, or the way we perceive our personal relationships, as well. So find different areas of your life that you may want to expand, or feel more connected to, or feel more in alignment with, for this year 2021. Okay, you guys, so for this last reading, I'm actually going to switch up the question and ask Spirit, what can the collective learn in 2021? So that way we have a broader expanse of what 2021 may mean to each and every single one of us, to where we can remain very, I would say very focused, but in a sense, it's more like being very aware of this year, rather than remaining like, straight and narrow focus, but just being aware of the year 2021 and what that may bring. So yeah, let's get into the reading. Hello, Power 4, should I say the collective. Welcome to your reading. I just want to apologize in advance about the glare. I'm going to tell you what each of the cards are in this pile. I'm just going to say right now, when I was shuffling these cards, definitely Spirit was wanting to come through and say so much about this year. So that already tells me that things are definitely going to be like, they're going to be, I want to say they're gonna be lit. Like it's just a lot of things are gonna happen at one time, and we're not gonna be ready for it. I feel like, but not in a not like last year. I feel like it's more in the sense that, again, like I was saying, this is the universal year of change. So there's gonna be some, again, a lot of big changes as well as some small changes, and definitely some unexpected changes that are gonna occur within our lives, and that just reflected heavily to me the more that I was shuffling for the collective reading. So definitely be ready for 2021 as best as you can be ready for any year you can, any year that you can be. What was I trying to say? Just be prepared as best as you can be prepared for any type of change. So let's get into the reading. So we have the Sun card here clarified by the Six of Pentacles, which came out sideways, and the two clarifying energies for the Six of Pentacles was the Nine of Wands and the Justice card. We have the Magician, High Priestess as a clarifier. We have the Hierophant. We have the Seven of Swords, as a clarifier for the Hierophant. We have the Ace of Cups. With your Judgment as your clarifier, we have the Fool card in reverse as your clarifier for the Page of Wands. And then for the bottom deck energy, you guys, we have the Four of Wands. So automatically, with this major arcana energy, there's definitely going to be some awakenings, some very spiritual awakenings and transformations, which happens every year in the 9-year cycle. So this is really no surprise, but this year is just a lot, I feel. It's like, but not in a sense that it'll be overwhelming, but in a sense that this is something that was gradually heading towards something a lot bigger than what we were expecting. So I'm really getting that there's a lot to be prepared for, in the sense that these changes are going to occur in small ways, and they're going to lead to some very effective big changes within the collective for the year 2021. So starting off with this first energy, I'm actually going to read it section by section. So to start off, I'm going to do the Sun card, the Six of Pentacles, which came out sideways, with the Nine of Wands and the Justice card as your clarifiers. With the energy I'm getting with the Sun card and the Six of Pentacles coming out sideways as your clarifier for the Sun, automatically I feel like the collective energy is going to be more mindful in who we give our time and attention to. With the Nine of Wands and the Justice card here, there's definitely a sense of using our discernment and using again, taking the time out to figure out who benefit us, in a sense that who adds to our personal growth, as well as our as well as our spiritual growth, and who just continues to add toxicity or unnecessary drama or attention into our lives. I feel like our happiness would definitely be our biggest priority in 2021, especially since 2020 ended up being a year of unexpected occurrences, should I say. Definitely this year 2021, we're focusing on the energy of how we can make ourselves happy. How can we allow ourselves to be more in this energy of we focusing on ourselves, of us being more mindful of the company that we keep and the attention that we receive from certain people as well in the year 2021. I think there's like something that says like not all attention is good attention, or there's no such thing as bad press or something like that. But I feel like this year is definitely a sense of, watching your words as well with this Nine of Swords energy. I feel like with this Nine of Swords energy that there was something that was said. I don't know, like I'm picking this up. Like it's like, a conversation that was had, or a personal thing that happened last year that really brought some people in the collective really some major pain. I feel like it's something that you guys shared with someone, or you shared with a group of people or something like that, and it was used against you, which is what I was getting for this Justice card. And it may only be for a handful of people, but I'm really getting a sense that some of you guys are definitely more protective over yourselves as well this year. It could be the collective energy, but I definitely feel for a certain group of people that there is definitely a sense of protecting your happiness and your energy this year, because you've given yourself away to too many people, or you've given yourself away to people who didn't appreciate you and who betrayed you in some way with this Nine of Swords energy. And I'm just now picking that up, especially with this Justice card here. There was a sense that someone or a group of people, as I was saying, did you wrong or treated you in a way that was unfair. And I feel like this year you're being very careful in who you tell your business to and who you tell your dreams and goals to as well for 2021. So I'm really getting a sense of just being very careful and being very protective over yourself. But again, that's the collective energy, as well as for a small certain group of people having that particular situation that I'm picking up on that. So moving on to the next section, we have the Magician card and the High Priestess. So for the High Priestess to be the clarifier for the Magician, I'm really getting a sense that this year will definitely be where the collective is becoming more into their intuitive I want to say intuitive prowess. I never even used the word prowess before, but yeah. So anyways, which is, I think is amazing, because the Magician here is 1, right? And the High Priestess as a clarifier is 2. So there's definitely, I'm getting a sense of being very mindful of energy. A sense that 2 can also be representative of someone coming into your life that will add more of a clear perspective into your more of a clear initiative. Because with the Magician card here, I'm really getting a sense that this is someone, the Magician is represented by Mercury, so communication, how we perceive communication as well, the way that we talk to people. And with the High Priestess here, with this number 2 energy, 2 represents collaboration. So there may be a sense that you guys are creating something with someone, or you are having a more of a personal relationship with your intuition as well. For some of the people in the 2021 collective, there's really a sense of learning what you know, gaining that inner wisdom, and allowing your intuition as well to become a big part of your life in 2021, and allowing yourself to manifest the destiny, and really being in control of your own life as well, with the Magician card here. So with that, moving on to this next section. We have the Hierophant, as well as the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords being your clarifier of the Hierophant, which is amazing because the 5 of Wands came out as well as the Page of Wands. So there is a lot of discernment. There's a lot of being protective over your energy as well. The Hierophant here talks about wisdom, and it's funny because the Hierophant is the student of the High Priestess. So really, it's like your intuition and your wisdom is coming together this year, and you're allowing that to guide you in who you will and won't allow into your life. With this 7 of Swords here, the 7 of Swords represents partial truths, taking what you know and pretty much applying it to what you, your intuition, to what you have this inner knowing. So it's taking the logical mind, right, and combining it with the intuitive mind, and really using discernment as part of your energy in 2021. So I feel like there will definitely be that balance, which is why I keep looking at the 2 here for the High Priestess. Definitely balance, I feel, with the intuitive and the logical mind in 2021. But yeah, I feel a very much a protective energy that you guys are going to have over yourselves, because with the Hierophant card being the intuitive, the wisdom learned through previous experiences that I was feeling in that first section of this reading. Really being very mindful of who you tell your business to, as I was saying earlier, because you guys have learned a lot last year. I feel like in this year, you're like, I'm not making the same mistakes I made last year or a year ago or 2 years ago, but I'm really getting a sense of discernment with the collective in 2021. I feel like the collective has big plans this year, and you guys are being very mindful of who you tell your dreams and plans to, which is what I'm definitely getting with this Ace of Cups and this Judgment here. As your Judgment being the clarifier of the Ace of Cups, you guys are being very protective, as I was saying, over your own happiness, over what makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, what keeps your cup overflowing, in the sense that what continuously provide emotional abundance. You guys are going to question what brings you happiness and what brings you misery, in a sense. So I feel like you guys are going to question different parts of your life where you don't feel emotionally fulfilled. And with this Judgment card here, you're definitely going to make some changes. With the Judgment is the final decision. So whatever decision that you guys come up with, it definitely will help benefit you in finding or making it even to where you're closer towards your emotional fulfillment that you guys are looking for this year in 2021. As I was saying, last year was definitely a difficult time for the collective, and I feel like you guys are like, this year I'm not wasting my time on being unhappy. I'm not wasting my time on situations or people that add to certain parts of my life that I feel like are toxic, or toxic habits. I feel like you guys are also cutting out different toxic habits as well that may have kept you from being emotionally fulfilled, and really cutting those things out of your life, as well as with people in your life as well that may have made you feel as if you weren't you weren't happy, or it didn't add to your happiness, let's say that. Because this year for the collective is definitely focusing on happiness and how can I put myself first. So going to this next pile, right, this next little arrangement here, we have the Fool card in reverse and the Page of Wands. So I'm definitely getting this universal number 5 energy with that Page of Wands. You guys are definitely going to take more leaps of faith towards your goals. And with the Fool card in reverse is definitely not I feel like it's not a leap of faith that you guys haven't taken before, because the Fool here represents having no clear direction, but taking a chance, taking leaps of faith forward towards the unknown. But with the Page of Wands here, I feel like you guys have a sense of direction, because you're allowing yourself to look at life in its full perspective, in its full capacity, and moving towards the things that make you happy, and towards the people that will bring you that will continue to add, let's say, towards your emotional fulfillment. Because it's not you guys taking a leap of faith in the dark with the Fool card in reverse. This is something that you guys have been wanting for a long time. You guys are having that energy, the Page energy, that energy of frantic movement, and pretty much rushing towards your goals, your dreams, your ideas. Because this is something that you guys have always wanted, and you feel more in alignment with it, because you're now focusing on your personal happiness in 2021. And that's definitely a beautiful energy for the collective. And your bottom deck energy is actually the Four of Wands. So definitely there can be some solidified relationships. You guys may be moving in with someone. You guys may be getting married this year. Definitely some love is going on. Definitely you guys are going to have more I feel like you guys are going to be in alignment with more harmonious relationships, because your vibration will change this year. It's like the more you focus on your own personal happiness, the more people are drawn to you, if that makes sense for the collective. Like, it's like you're on that same wavelength as the things that you want, so you end up attracting more of it. And it's like the things that you want are going to want you. So it's going to be like, wow, like I didn't even know I can have this life. But it's because I took out certain toxic habits, or I stopped talking to certain people that, every time I talked to them, it was always them talking about things that I didn't like, or things that, made me sad or upset. But I feel like you guys are definitely getting rid of that energy this year, because this is the year of you. This is the year of the collective. This is the year where we focus on ourselves and we better ourselves for towards our own soul's purpose, our mission. We are finding ways to be fulfilled within self, and we're not looking toward external sources or people in order to be happy. And I feel like the more the collective continues to be in that vibration, the more you guys can attract those relationships that you want. The more those same people that you feel on the vibration with, the same level of vibration, they will feel that vibration that you guys have and be very drawn to you. So just continue to focus on yourself this year, definitely is the message I'm getting for the collective. Because as I was saying earlier, the things that you want you. So just don't force anything, definitely for this year. Just allow things to go with the flow. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to find ways to love yourself. Ways you want to improve certain things when it comes to your knowledge, or even some self-improvement. Maybe there's some things that you want to emotionally take care of. Maybe something that happened in the past that you guys haven't really I would say come to terms with, in the sense, like made peace with. So definitely take some time out for that, for some emotional and mental health. Definitely encourage more of that this year, in order to have more of that personal fulfillment that you guys are looking for. Definitely have the discernment for that, and know when you need that time out for yourself, and take that time out for yourself throughout the year 2021, because it's definitely going to be needed in order to adjust to those life changes that will occur this year. So yeah, wow. So last but not least, I'm actually going to ask Spirit some advice on how to embody the energy of 2021, of change, of the universal year number 5, everything. So I want to say stay tuned for that, but yeah, that's coming. Hello, you guys. Welcome to your spiritual advice from Spirit. I actually used the Lantern Oracle deck to ask Spirit for some advice on how you can embody the energy of 2021. And it actually, Spirit actually had 2 things that it wanted to say. So really, I'm really getting with wishful expectations. First of all, number 14. So acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. And you have radical curiosity. Number 2, seeing as if for the first time every time. Whew. So with these 2 energies side by side, I'm getting for 2021, it really does embody the universal year number 5. So with this wishful expectations, 14 actually reduces to 5. So it's very, very, very intuitively aligned with the message for the universal year number 5. And with this this radical curiosity, I'm really getting that Spirit is wanting to encourage the collective for 2021 to be more curious in the things that you may not know about, or the things that you feel you may want to expand your knowledge on. It says seeing as if for the first time every time. So really using your discernment and your intuition in order to continue to guide your guiding yourself, your sense of purpose throughout this year in 2021. And with wishful expectations, I'm getting that what they said, acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are, allowing yourself to see things as they are, and not allowing your own logical thinking or perception to interfere. I want to say in particular your emotions, for the collective in 2021, really having a hold over your emotions and not allowing your emotions to really hinder you in having those expectations on people, places, things. Again, you guys with the collective really focusing on your own happiness and your own intuition, and how you guys can be more in that energy of feeling very protected and guided in your own intuition. So really continue to embody that for the collective is what Spirit is wanting to say. I'm actually going to read a little bit from the book for wishful expectations and radical curiosity, just so you guys can have like a clear message when it comes to what Spirit is wanting to come through and say. So wishful expectations. It says sometimes we get so attached to how we want things to be that we shut our eyes to how they are. This can bind us to a wheel that spins in the opposite direction of genuinely realizing our dreams. The assumptions that we hold about how we think our wishes should come true and in what form can easily trap us. Once we are caught within the rigid confines of how we mistakenly believe our lives should look, we become enslaved to perpetuating the impression we create for others and need to keep believing the pretense for ourselves. Despite our heart knowing that something about our life is not right or disingenuous, it can often feel easier, even to appear logical, to continue pretending that things are as they seem. Denial becomes our survival mechanism, and that which increasingly alienates us from others and as well as ourselves. It is possible to spend an entire lifetime enchained by the elusive veil of magical thinking. Such a price for any fantasy is never worth it. The truth of what we genuinely desire cannot meet us halfway unless our expectations match how we show up to deal with the reality of our daily circumstances. Without candidly clear perception, acceptance, and active responsibility for the lives we are living, we can get stuck like the mother. Her eyes are closed to the painful reality of her present in order to preserve her fantasy of things being as she wishes them to be. Time moves forward, her wheel turns backwards, and she blindly treads the same water. Look for any incongruent thoughts, words, or actions holding you in suspension. This will help you identify any form of wishful expectation playing out in your life. It can be helpful to observe what your heart has to say about your current state of emotional, mental, and physical well-being, as well as the environment and company you keep. Journal what comes up for you while lovingly acknowledging if you have been in denial over any unwanted area, compulsion, or person in your life. If some facet of your present only seems to be what you want and comes at a compromising cost, please be assured that there is another way. It is possible to genuinely and self-lovingly progress in your desired direction by alternate means. It is okay if some form of external help or support is needed to do things differently and in a way that maintains your integrity. There is no shame in reaching out and asking for all what you need when it is of true and empowering benefit to you. That is some heavy energy, y'all. Definitely. I think what really caught my attention was the first sentence. It says, sometimes we get so attached to how we want things to be that we shut our eyes to how they are. So definitely in 2021, you guys be able to see with 2021 vision. Allow yourself to look at a situation for what it is instead of your idea of what it should be or your fantasy of your thoughts. Maybe wanting a specific outcome to the point where you end up sabotaging a certain opportunity is something to be very mindful of this year as well. Definitely with that energy of wishful expectations, allow things to happen and unfold naturally as they occur this year for the collective. You guys are being encouraged, especially with the universal year number 5, to really embrace all challenges the way that they're meant to be embraced, to really accept change as the way as it meant to be accepted. That's something Spirit has definitely wanted to come through and say for the collective, and I'm really feeling that message. Wow, I feel like it's definitely something I needed to hear personally. It's a really beautiful message as well. So any expectations that you guys may have had this year, again, continue to work and pursue the things that you want to pursue. I'm not saying don't have any goals, but the way that your plans or the way that your future may unfold, continue to not have expectations on that. Continue to not expect a certain outcome, I want to say. Instead, allow yourself to be very, have that thinking of a bright future, but be more mindful, aware of how you may want that specific outcome to happen. Don't want a specific outcome to the point where you end up self-sabotaging and really maybe missing out on certain opportunities where you could have that personal fulfillment that you guys are looking for. And so I'm getting with radical curiosity. It says, the maiden sees with wonderment. The mystery and majesty of nature enthrall her and inspire the music she creates. Her presence reminds us to resume looking at the ever-changing world with the openness of a child. But the world's beauty and enchantment can be seen at every age. If and when we remember to access our inner magical and childlike perspective. The maiden is alive with the potent energy of raw inspiration. She reminds us of what it feels like to be radically curious about where an idea might lead. She experiences the world as a globe of magical unknowns to be explored. Curiosity runs through her veins as limitless energy. She creates her music from one inspiring idea to the next. She cannot anticipate the outcome of any tune she is exploring how to create, nor does she necessarily have the self-discipline or regard for any elders' caution or advice on what is and what is not possible. The maiden's curiosity is wild and radical. She accepts and understands no limitation, nor does she refrain from venturing into the vast landscape of her imagination. She is without presumption, judgment, anticipation, or need of validation for her creation. Therefore, she fears no disappointment, rejection, or failure. Naivety frees her to boldly follow what she is inspired to express and immerse herself in the joy of expressing it. The maiden reminds you that you always have the power to change a routine that stifles your ability to see life with excitement, possibility, and magic of a child. She encourages the reawakening of your innate radical curiosity and openness. May you enjoy a return to your fresh and unique perspective. May you also allow yourself to express what inspires you creatively. Radical curiosity is the main's alchemy in yours too. The main's message is radical curiosity inspires creativity. So allow your curiosity to lead you into your creative passions. You guys, be more curious in how you can pursue your ideas, your hobbies, your life as well. And the more you embody that energy, the more you're able to realize that you can fulfill your emotional happiness with just by being curious about life, by allowing yourself to remain in that energy of always seeing life from a childlike perspective and not having expectations or limitations be the reason why you don't express or fully enjoy life the way it is meant to be enjoyed. Don't let past fears, beliefs, or judgment allow you from living the life you're meant to live. Continue to allow yourself to feel that joy that life has to offer. Don't what I'm really getting though with these two cards is to not to allow your expectations to fall to the wayside and to continue to be curious about life in any form that it comes in, and to not have expectations on anything, just allowing yourself to experience life to the fullest capacity. And I feel like 2021 will definitely be a year where the collective feel this energy of excitement and adventure and beauty. So really allow yourself to be in that energy, you guys, for 2021. With that, you guys, I will end your reading there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the collective message for 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire video, but I hope you guys enjoyed that message. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.